and we'll recap our last session. It feels like it's been forever since we last played, but it hasn't. I don't know why.
It's only been a week.
Yeah.
I agree. So wholeheartedly.
It's been a long week.
Yeah. I went out of town for a wedding, so maybe that's why. Okay, let's begin. You guys are on level 3 of Undermountain, the Sargoth level, and you guys made your way through this ancient dwarven city, and you're very soon accosted by drow. Many drow that overwhelmed you all, and you're forced to surrender. You're brought before a drow priestess of Loth named Trissa, and you think it was just pure luck that you were allowed to leave with your lives. She said that she didn't have any room to house you all in her dungeon, and she bid that you would go and destroy, or sorry, not really destroy actually, not destroy at all, infiltrate a hobgoblin camp nearby, a legion known as the Legion of Azrok, and just to ensure that you wouldn't double cross her, she implanted Jimmy with some spider eggs. But you guys had a bit of an idea what was going to happen to him, so you decided to put him out of his misery so he didn't suffer. And you made your way to Asrok's hold, and you're welcome there. You met with Asrok and Lurkana, and we ended the session with you guys resting in this hovel after filling out some applications and getting a writ of passage. So this is the next morning. Everyone should be long rested. The door opens in the morning and Lurkana enters.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
She looks like she has a little bit of a worried look on her face, and she seems very sort of enthusiastic about talking to you all.
Well, I don't know about the rest of my compatriots, but I slept rather well.
Yes, the beds were serviceable.
I mean, I slept like a baby. I do not know what you guys are.
There was a problem with your applications. I need you to come with me. At once.
Alright.
No need
I'll follow.
to put on armor. We're not leaving the hold. This way.
And she starts leading you through the winding streets of Azrok's hold. You see hobgoblin patrols marching through the streets.
Wonder if it's my fault because I filled out my application as Hallister.
Why?
No,
Why
Cap,
did you do that?
I did not know you were such a Joseph.
Yeah, it's funny.
This way.
And you just see this
Look,
sprawling...
it's taking a while to move my token.
No problem. You just see this sprawling cavern overhead. It just looks like an enormous area. There's a large column of rock that sort of breaks through the center of this entire city. All of these single-story stone buildings in relatively good condition. There are small rats scurrying past your feet, and there is trash all over the ground. Lurkana opens a door for you all, and again you see this symbol of the Legion of Azrok hanging everywhere from banners.
Enter.
Alright. Ah, goblins.
You see a very well preserved building here that you enter inside, and there is a desk lining the east wall, you see goblins holding these dog-eared ledgers, scratching on them with ink and quill. The goblins, some of them wear spectacles, and they sort of all just peer down through their spectacles at you guys. You see 2 hobgoblins standing against an alcove, protecting an alcove against the west wall, standing guard. A couple of bugbears also standing around, looking menacing. And as the goblins sit behind these makeshift desks, they greet you all.
Welcome! Welcome to Registration Center! You are ones who filled application yesterday. Yes?
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Yes.
Problems with application? Got it lost. Must do again.
Do you need them in triplicate too, or is this just a clerical error?
No cleric here. We goblin.
Well, fine, I guess. If we must, we must. And that seems a little excessive, but fine.
Standing next to a stone lectern is a hobgoblin. The only hobgoblin in the room that looks like he's not a guard. He's just wearing some robes, and he has these cracked half-moon spectacles. He sort of nods at you all. This guy down here. Step forward. Get your applications and hand them to me. And he hands you each an application to fill out and then take to the goblin clerks. And you guys get an application each. This is for you. Hands one to Cass. This is for you. Hands one to Brew. This is for you. Hands one to Dagger. And you. Hands one to Nox. You. Hands one to Roland. And finally, you. Hands one to Scam. Fill them out correctly. Hand them to the clerk. They will take your picture. And then they will present you with your writ of passage. Be sure to hold it on you at all times. Otherwise, you will quickly be banished. Or worse. Do you understand this?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Is Maine the name?
Yes.
I believe the main is implying the color of your hair.
It is written in plain common. Your name, your race, your age, your height, your eye color, your skills, and your home city.
Yeah, can't you tell? Plain common.
Well, I mean,
Brew
if it's phonetic,
Drew's holding it.
you know?
Drew's holding his like upside down, and he just looks up at Nox. He's like,
Don't
what's
worry,
this?
but I've got you, buddy. I will tell you what to write, okay? Under main, you just put handsome.
I don't know.
Can we
Can he-
not?
can,
Can we not antagonize the goblins?
I just don't know if I can actually read. I have an intelligence of 8.
I mean, 8 it doesn't mean you're illiterate.
Cool.
Just means that you probably can't spell very good, and you probably can't read very good either.
Perfect.
So this makes sense to him then. It's all
Yeah.
phonetic.
Roland will start filling his out.
I filled out the handout.
Oh.
Once you have filled them out, hand them to a goblin. They will take
Do
your
I
picture.
will hand mine to the goblin.
Do we need to fill out the handout? I see that we can edit it.
Yeah, if you want to. It's up to you. You don't have to, but if you like to. And
I did.
as you you go and hand it to the goblin. Whichever goblin you hand it to pokes his tongue out and he scratches this little drawing on the ledger. He draws sort of like a stick figure image of you, very cartoonish looking.
Got it. There you go.
And hands you this piece of paper written in goblinoid. You can't understand it.
Sign, please.
I sign.
Old time.
Good.
He snatches it up and files it in a drawer behind him with a stone shelf. Once you have filled out the application, you are free to go. Be sure to hold the writ of passage on you at all times. The patrols will be checking them.
Nox just folds it up and puts it inside like the bracer, just kind of like hiding it away. I do say this. Once we have done this, what the? I don't know, Roland. What the? Where should we go from here? This is kind of a weird impasse.
Well, I suppose I believe I heard them say that they had a market of some kind. We could go to there. I do have some things in the bag of holding that I need to get rid of.
Oh, you and me both. That is an idea I can get behind.
Other than that, I can't really think of a specific destination. Unless did Azrok or Lurkana like?
Yeah, she said she wanted to see you in the morning.
Okay.
And she's just waiting out the front of this building for you guys.
Well, let's see what Lurkana wants, I suppose.
She stands near a empty-looking building with the door open, and when you guys exit, she gestures you over quite urgently.
Quick, come in here. I need to tell you all something.
All right.
Where's the other one?
Nox. Oh, there he is.
She pokes her head out the door and closes the door. And then she just stands there, looking over each of you, making eye contact with each and every one of you.
You have your writs of passage now. You are free to wander these streets. You are powerful to have come this far into Undermountain. Tell me, how was your encounter with the drow?
Well, it did leave much to be desired, but I did not leave hungry. That is for sure.
Unpleasant. If I had to describe it with one word.
They are powerful. They are strong. You cannot defeat them. And neither can we.
How about if we join forces?
Ah, yes. That is why I have brought you here. Asrok, my husband. He is a warlord. He is powerful. But I fear our forces are soon to be defeated. Let me tell you a story. Azrok, he never used to to be the head of the pack. In fact, quite the opposite. Disabled he was. Born blind. Such a curse would usually have a hobgoblin infant slaughtered soon after birth. What is a warrior without their most important sense? Sight. You need your vision to block a sword blow, to spot an ambush. But how did Azrok rise to the rank, you ask? His mother granted him magic. She was a sorcerer. She would not allow her son's misfortune to dictate his destiny. So she crafted him a dagger. A dagger that gave him good sight. He used it from an infant age to defend himself when the other hobgoblins tried to pick on him. Catch him unawares. He knew exactly where they were. He quickly rose to become a powerful soldier and the leader that he was fated to be. Many say he was blessed by Maglubiet, our true god, the great god of war. However, the only person who knew the true source of his god sight was I, his loving wife. We sparred, we trained, and we rose the ranks together. When we fell in love, he told me his secret. And I vowed to keep that secret from anyone, especially his enemies. Through age, Azrok gained wisdom and the desire to carve out his own domain. And that is when he led his forces here, after having risen to the rank of a warlord. We sired a son to ensure his legacy would last beyond his lifetime. But our son, he left the nest as do all, traveled off to wage wars of his own, and he came to Undermountain with a new name, Doomcrown. We followed him here after hearing tales of a vast underground city. And so, we conquered Stormcolder for 3 decades. We have reigned here. But now, we are in turmoil. There is more to this story. It's the dagger. It has been stolen. Now, without his sight, Azrok is not the warlord that he used to be. Xanathar Guild on one side, drow on the other. We are flanked. We have lost hundreds of soldiers, and Azrok cannot lead us into victory. It is evident, and his secret is becoming known. Recently, we were forced to give up an entire section of Stormcolder after we fought to rid the place of Grimlocks and Troglodytes. We gave it up with nary a fight. This sent shockwaves through the entire Legion people started talking. Has he lost his courage? Has his age taken his toll? But he still has both of those qualities. A band of Durga merchants. They came to Azrok's hold to trade with us. Unbeknownst though, they were thieves, smugglers, and they stole Azrok's dagger. They fled, turning invisible. We tried to track them, but we could not. Not only that, people saw the commotion caused by the dagger being stolen. And it didn't take long for the hobgoblin sages to figure out that Azrok is blind. Word travels quickly down here, and it wasn't long before that truth reached House of Rinda, the drow, and they have been pushing upon us, taking more of the eastern section of Stromkolder. I tried my best to cover up his blindness. I gave him the helmet, whispered in his ear only things that a seeing person could witness. But even as his wife and his strongest captain, I could not cover it up forever. Now our troops are besmirched, demoralized. It will not be long before we fall. So I am here to make one last effort. Please, find the dagger. Return it to Azrok. Or it will be the end of our legion. But the drow, they will not stop here. Tell me, each and every one of you, speak to me truthfully. Have you ever heard of the Legion of Azrok?
Well, no, but I don't like talking about war things, so.
Exactly.
I can't say that I've heard of it either.
You never have. You hail from the city of Waterdeep, do you? All of you?
Well, only recently came to the city, actually.
I'm not from there, no.
But you care about your civilization. On the top side, the Legion of Azrok has never posed a threat to Waterdeep, and nor do we care. But the drow, they don't see a bustling city of commerce and trade and community. They see slaves walking the streets, gold to be plundered, battles to be won, throats to be slit. If we fall, they won't stop at us. They'll keep working their way up till they spill out onto your city streets, hiding in the shadow, picking you off one by one. It won't be long before House of Rinda will attack and seize more territory. We don't have the resources to hold them off. We have Xanathar at our asses. You must find the dagger. I beg you.
I have a question.
I will help you.
Yes. Yes.
To
Truly,
be fair,
you are blessed. I knew Maglubiet would not abandon us in this trying time.
if we were to help you, do you think you would potentially be open to a partnership, as it were, in trade with the surface, and ensuring this layer of the Undermountain stays within particular control or within monopolized between you and said party.
I am no master of coin or trade. I cannot speak about any trade agreements. But I can honor you this. I will be indebted to you. And I would reward you fittingly. If you can return the dagger.
Who stole it?
Duragar. Dark dwarves, they're kind of a pain in the ass. They like to grow, they like to turn into...
We have ran to them before.
I believe they are in Skullport. That would be the first place you could look for them.
Well, everything's in Skullport nowadays, isn't it?
Well, that's convenient. I need to go there anyway.
Well, needless to say, your favor would be very helpful to us. So I do think that this is a unanimous decision around the room. We can help you do this.
Sure.
Please. And also feel free to wander the streets of Azrok's Hold. While you have that rite of passage, you will be protected for a time. If there's anything else I can get you, anything within my power, if you swear to help me, then I swear to help you.
Do you have a shrubbery?
What?
A shrubbery, like a plant. A bush?
What?
Never
We want to
mind.
bring you a strawberry.
Something like this, Lacana, and I'll do a minor illusion of a shrubbery, so she can see what it is.
I am
think
not
he's
sure.
confused.
We do not usually carry shrubberies, but you could go to the shop and try crack. Kinrob can crack.
Scamp, to be fair, you are underground. I do not believe they would have that style of plant life. If anything, they might have, the fungi and the stuff that can grow underground.
Oh, I know. I just thought I'd ask. I don't think the fungi works in my pot.
He has many things, Kinrob. Your best chance is to crack and see. His shop is to the south. Head south until you can head south no further without exiting the city.
Alright. Just through this passage here.
If you need passage to Skullport, we have an ambassador. Ulquest. He lives just up the road. And she points you to the direction of Ulquest's chambers to the north.
Alright. We will definitely be giving him a visit, I believe.
I must go now to fulfill my duties.
Of course,
Oh,
of course.
it has been a pleasure. Hopefully to see you soon.
Good luck.
Well, that was something.
I believe the term you're using is unexpected.
Yes.
I am liking these hobgoblins more and more.
Well, Dagger, I don't know about you, but I would like to know where I could get that dagger for myself. Necessarily not to take from these people, but, maybe copy one. Sounds like a very nice thing.
It does.
Hey, does anybody else want to get our stuff? I don't know about you, but my armor is just pants, and I didn't have time to put any on.
Now I have to ask: does Brew freeball, or is he like at least in like a short boxer?
I don't think we want to go there.
Druid craft a leaf over that general area.
It's like a leaf in a vine that just wraps around.
Just a big.
I think they would have allowed us to put on clothes.
Anyway, I thought we left our
Brew-
stuff. I thought we
Brew
left our
was like-
stuff. Do we need to get our stuff? I thought we left our stuff back at
Yeah,
our
we can.
sleep
Well,
place.
for anyone who didn't get stuff, I'd say we get stuff. Roland, I agree. We should unload all the ish, you'd say, from the bags of holding, and then
Yes.
venture forth. That's fine.
Sounds like a plan to me.
We
Didn't them drow want us to kill these bugbears?
Well, they did,
Yes,
but
they did.
those drow are assholes. Yeah.
Huh.
Yes,
So
but
we're gonna
we're
kill
not
them
going to
instead.
kill the hobgoblins. Yes.
Well, and let's be fair. Hallister wanted us to kill the drow. So I would rather listen to the mage who can, do incredible things like pull me into extra-dimensional places and talk to me, rather than the drow. Who
And blow you up and put you back together.
Does what?
You
What do you
don't
talk
remember
about?
that.
That was a good trick. Yeah. Hey, fair enough. As long as there's a fight, Tempest is happy.
Hey, you! A bugbear
Gentlemen.
is walking down the street. Hey, you show me your paper.
I show him the paper that says I'm Hallister.
Mr. Hallister, you must come with me. Must do more paperwork stuff.
Excuse me, Mr. Bugbear.
Bugbear.
Yes.
What more paperwork is involved? I thought this was all we needed.
Coming on, me show you now.
All right.
Alright, from your directions, this is Elquis's chambers, the ambassador from Skullport. The bugbear opens this door.
Here. Goblin, take your detail.
You see a
this
small,
guy does not look nice.
odd-shaped room, and the floor is strewn with wrecked furniture and broken crates. There are a couple of goblins that have a rat in their hand each, and they're just biting into the rat's head. And they sort of throw it behind them as you guys enter.
Hey. Kuku tuko, kaka tukoko, baka tuku kakuku.
Ah, yes! And one of the goblins, who seems to be in charge, he steps forward.
Your paperwork, please. Must check them. Checking.
Under whose authority?
You are in Azrok house. Me safe. Me goblin. You not goblin. Me get to checking you.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Nice roll.
You feel like this is very suspicious. Scamp.
I think maybe because we already showed our writ of passage, and Lurkana and Azrok have both said that we just need to show it.
Hey, no more talking, you. Get in. Must do paperwork now.
The bugbear yells at you.
The lady does not need to be talking to that way.
You tell me, otherwise her brother gonna kick you out. Or stabble. Stabble.
Look, this is obviously a shakedown, and I mean, do you want Lakana or Azrok to be informed of this. We're honored guests of theirs. And if you do
Kaz,
anything to us...
Make an athletics or an acrobatics check.
I was trying to
You said
pull
me?
you in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, this bugbear just yells, "Enough talking!" And he tries to grab you, Cass, and just shove you in the room. And then the goblins like jump on you guys and they're trying to like stuff you guys in this room. But that's not all that happens. Something moves from within the wreckage. Some stumpy little hands. Some bulbous shapes.
I am about to show him how it's done.
Two intellect devourers come creeping out of the rubble towards you all.
Well...
Nox is having flashbacks.
This guy tried to manhandle me, Brew. I'm gonna have you show him how it's done.
Get in! Time to check his paperwork!
Is he owls?
Jesus.
Yeah, I was seriously going to throw him down for that. That was not.
Oh,
Alright,
Oh,
Dagger,
one.
you're up first. There are two goblins, and they haven't, like, they've got weapons, they haven't drawn them yet, but you do see these two little intellect devourers starting to creep out from the wreckage. They're actually surprisingly well hidden until they moved.
Why does it remind me of the Star Wars trash compactor scene?
I will go and attack one of the intellect devourers.
As you walk by, the goblin's going to just try and scratch you. And he hits for 1 damage. He just like scratches your arm for 1 damage. Ah! This is the boss goblin as well, by the way. That does that. He's the guy in charge.
Now, when you say boss,
The leader.
right? Not necessarily the status of boss in that sense.
Alright,
Like, does he?
a 16 hits. He seems to be like the goblin in charge of these two other goblins. Alrighty, a 19. You jam the rapier straight through the little brain dog before it even fully emerges, and it just starts to quiver and shake around, writhe on the end of your rapier, but it's not dead.
We have friends. Old friends.
Alright, this bugbear, he just tries to grab you again, Cass. Make an athletics check or acrobatics.
No more talking! In now!
And you just jump out of the way and narrowly avoid his clawed furry hands from grabbing you. Scan.
So we were given time to like get our gear on and stuff before she led us away. Then
No,
is that
you
correct?
guys wouldn't have put your armor on unless it was like light armor. I imagine you probably like had your weapons. The bugbear's going to he's going to swing at you. Scam. He hasn't got a weapon out yet. Actually, sorry, yeah, he would have drawn his Morning Star. But he's going to swing. A 16. It hits for 7 piercing damage.
I'm gonna attack the intellect devourer that I can see that's below dagger right there. If I can stop closing my character sheet, that is. Nope.
That's a miss. Your produced flame just hits the stone wall and disperses. Alright. The intellect devourer targets you, Dagger. Make an intelligence save. You feel this strange sensation in your mind, but you block it out. You just hear this sickly voice. Let me in your head telepathically. And it ends its turn there. Cass.
I've seen what these things do before, so I am not going to spare the goblin. I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast the one directly in front of Nox.
"13 misses him.
Jeez.
So he does an 11. He ducks out of the way. Alright, this goblin draws a scimitar.
Looks like we have to do a hard way.
And he swings at Nox, almost jumping on him as he does. And he slashes you for 8 damage. As he swings, he gets some momentum and he starts doing a whirlwind attack. And does a full 360-degree spin as he makes his second attack, but with disadvantage. And that just horribly misses. And then he looks dizzy as he sort of stops. He starts walking cross-legged over the ground. Yeah, bits of broken furniture cracking and crumbling under his foot. Alright, this intellect devourer, it is going to target Nox. Nox, make an intelligence save.
Why though?
And it... Oh wait, I think you're not close enough. I think you're not actually close enough. It has to be closer. Ignore that. It's going to have to be Dagger.
God.
Dagger, make an intelligence save. Alright, you resist. Again, you hear this voice. Let me in. Brew.
I don't think I'm holding anything.
Come to me, Brew.
Yeah. I think I'm just pretty much there in my gaunch. I'm going to say that Brew wasn't insightful enough to pick up a shield or anything. But is it if I go up and punch this guy, does that count as an improvised weapon attack with my Tavern brawler feat?
That's an unarmed strike, so it's only 1 damage. It's not an improvised weapon though.
Tavern Brawler.
Oh, wait a
gives
minute.
him the D4
Sorry.
too, doesn't it?
Sorry, let me actually get this.
For unarmed strikes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and punch this guy in the face, and then probably. And actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm pretty angry about the betrayal of these guys. I'm gonna rage as a bonus action, which kind of makes the Tavern Brawler thing irrelevant. So actually, what I'll go do is I'll go up and use an attack action, and I will grapple this.
Okay.
Attempt to grapple, I should say, with advantage.
Alright, you grab him.
Great. That was 10 feet of movement. And so with half movement left, I got 15 feet left. I'm going to move down here. And with my other hand, I'll attempt to grapple this guy immediately south of me.
Okay. Alright, this goblin is going to try and jump out of the way. And he does. He managed to slip just underneath your grip.
slippery.
Rolled a 19 and a 20.
Just feeling really pissed off about these little assholes. I just hold my hands up, one hand up, and then the rod in the other, and I snap my fingers together and go like, "You can break now." And I just cast Shatter, basically behind the last goblin, so it hits all 4 of them, all 3 of them.
Okay, in the corner here, basically.
Oh, what's happened?
Or like 10 foot. Okay, you can do it to just hit the 3 goblins. Alrighty, Shatter. So they make a con save. Oh, okay. I see what happened. You accidentally clicked suggestion. Alright, DC 15 for 16 points of thunder damage. Alright, bits of splintered wood just... they explode, as do both goblins. They're just ripped apart. The goblin boss, he's a bit hardier and still standing. There are bits of splinters of wood sort of stuck into him, mixed with blood. At the end of your turn, Nox, as these 2 sacks drop to the ground, their backs break open and 2 intellect devourers crawl out of them.
Fuck!
And they both join the initiative. On 5, I don't whisper, and 10.
Creepy times.
Okay, just gonna redo this turn order.
Damn, I really wish I had Bless. I do not, though. Kind of peek around the corner, and bonus action. Dagger, I believe in you. Bardic inspiration for Dagger, just in case she needs it for those intelligence saves. And Roland will. Well, he'll, well, I suppose if, you already made it loud, Nox, let's do it again. And I will also cast Shatter, like in the same spot, but so to hit the 2 intellect devours and the goblin boss.
Okay.
Actually, can I do it, here instead, so it hits this intellect devourer? Is there a way I can do that?
I don't think you can... Oh, to do it there? I think so. Let me just...
So I can...
get the template. 10 foot radius. That's a 10 foot radius, so...
I won't be able to do it without hitting Dagger or Brew or somebody. Alright, I'll just put it in the same place as Nox then.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah. And it'll just be a 2nd level Shatter.
Alrighty. DC 15 for 11 thunder damage. There's another explosion. One of the intellect devourers fails, and another succeeds. The goblin boss, he is just shredded. Shredded into pieces.
Right, and Nox will move.
And of course, and
I mean, not
Nox
Nox,
comes out.
so rolling out, and that's my turn.
There's a big hole blown through that goblin's chest, and as he falls to the ground, suddenly his arms start to twitch side to side. You can see this rip through his leather armor, and this big hole in his back, and suddenly this stumpy, clawed hand just bursts up out of the back of the goblin, and then another one follows it, and it pries the goblin's back open. You can hear bones and flesh breaking, and this disgusting slime-covered brain rolls out of the goblin boss. Another intellect devourer. And goes this round.
Oh man. That's unlucky.
The intellect devourer that you attacked Roland, it apprehends you. Breaking from Brew. Sort of jumps from bit of wood to bit of wood, up the wall and squeezing under people's legs.
I think Brew would have to...
Brew, you try to punch the brain dog, but you miss. And then Roland, it targets you with its devour intellect to make an intelligence save. You resist.
Alright.
And the brain dog that just came out of the goblin boss's back, it's going to target Brew. Brew, make an intelligence save.
That's my specialty.
It was last time you fought them.
You get
I'm gonna use fanatical focus
Okay.
and re-roll that. Ha!
Oh no!
Alright, Brew, you are stunned and you take 9 points of damage.
Roll 20 is just fucking with us at this point.
Sorry, 9
Roll
points.
it.
9 points of damage and you're stunned. Your intelligence score is reduced to 0. Until you get fixed.
Not such a big change.
Dagger.
Okay, I'm going to bonus disengaged over here. And kill this one.
Moving around in
attack
all
that
this
one.
wood is very difficult. It's all mostly difficult terrain, so that costs you 30 to get there.
Okay, that's fine.
You're attacking the injured one.
I'm attacking the injured one.
That hits.
Nice.
And you impale
Nice.
it. The arms go flat and it just stops moving. The bugbear, he just tries to beat you, Brew. Must check paperwork! And even in your stunned state, his body size just boom, bounces straight off your gut. Scamp.
Can I move there, or is that
Yeah,
too far to
that's
the wall?
Yeah, you can go there.
I'll back up to there. And
Alright,
I'm
you
gonna try and
actually,
produce.
Get clawed by both intellect devourers. They try to claw you, jump on you, scratch you. With opportunity attacks. And I always forget that they can do that and their devour intellect on the same turn. I think it's already brutal enough. Alright, one of them scratches you for 8 slashing damage. Another one misses.
I'm gonna try and produce flame at that one.
It's a miss. Narrowly misses, but miss knocks head too.
Sorry, Nox.
The intellect devourer quickly on its stumpy legs. It runs over here and then it jumps at Dagger, trying to claw her. It hits for 9 slashing damage. And as it's clawed onto you, make an intelligence save, Dagger. You resist as it tries to drain your mind. Kath.
I'll take 2 shots of that Intellect Devour with my Hellish Rebuke. Sorry, Eldritch Blast.
First beam is a miss. Second beam hits. 1 point of force damage.
It's the thought that counts.
Move back here for line of sight, see if anything's sneaking up on us. Done with my turn.
You can hear some hobgoblins conversing to the north. They don't seem to be aware of this battle. This Intellect Devourer will run here, and it'll attack Nox with its claws. Natural one misses. It sort of tumbles along the wood, gets back to its feet, and then it points itself up towards you, Nox. Make an intelligence save. You resist.
Yeah!
You just
With
create
authority.
a shield in your mind. Brew, you are just drooling basically, and you've actually let go of this bugbear too, and I believe you would have stopped raging now as you're being stunned. You guys just see Brew just drop his arms to his side and then just poke his tongue out and then just like staring with this just devoid of any real awareness. And he definitely needs a cleric. Nox.
I am going to reach out. I'm going to stash my rod in the little holster behind my back. Reach out with both hands, just straight up Naruto style, and shocking grasp the 2 in front of me with a twin spell.
Alrighty.
You have to yell out shocking grasp really loud as you do it.
I am Nox from the Hidden Leaf Village. Both hit. Alrighty.
Damage on the second one.
So I think you would hit this one first. You grab that one, and it's just thrown back and roasted from the lightning. And the other one, it's shocked for 14 points of damage.
Now I have a question. Can I quicken spell and twin spell in the same turn?
Yeah. You just can't.
Okay.
You can't just do it on. You just can't do it on the same spell unless it says otherwise.
That's yeah, okay. Fair enough. Okay, that's good to know. I'll save that though.
Rolling.
All right. Do I hear any hobgoblins as well, or is it just Cass that can hear them?
He can hear him because he's sort of over here, but you can't hear him from where you are.
All right.
It's a
I'm
very big
debating
cavern, and sound
Whether or not to start calling out.
disappears quite quickly.
Let's see. What will Roland do? Roland. There's no point in casting Bane on these things because of the intelligence saves. Just Vicious Mockery, the one in front of me. Actually, before I do that, better look. I'll Vicious Mockery this one, the one that's in front of Brew, because it looks like it's hurt a little more.
Alright, it fails, taking 4 psychic damage.
It's just stupid little brain. You're worth nothing. Then as a bonus action, I am going to yell to Nox. I believe in you. Bardic inspiration for Nox.
Love you, buddy.
And then I'll kind of, let's say I used speed. I'll use the rest of my movement to get here, and I'll just kind of, I'll yell, because I'm pretty sure we've seen these things in. The only time we've ever seen the intellect devourers is in the company of the Xanathar Guild, right?
Yes.
Help! There's been a Xanathar infiltration! Someone! Just kind of yell that out. Hopefully somebody hears me.
Alright, this intellect devourer is gonna chase after you, Roland.
Yep.
Make an intelligence save.
Okay. Oh! Fuck.
Alright, you're hit for 12 psychic damage. What's your intelligence score?
14.
Okay. You're not stunned, but you just feel this sharp pain in your head. And then it jumps at you and tries to claw you as well.
It hits.
Scratching you for 7 slashing damage. Alright, this very badly intellect devourer. It gets into a contest of intelligence with Brew. Brew, give me an intelligence check.
That's just my favorite line I've ever heard. Okay. Hey, look at that!
A check, and you should have zero intelligence. I think it's probably, is it probably the same anyway? Well, it should be minus 5. Wow, it's the same. It should be minus 5 because you got 0 intelligence, so a 9.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Cool.
Alright, it fails, you win.
It's weak.
Wow.
It got so inside my mind that it started to get my dumbness.
It's got a few layers it's got to get through before it gets to your actual brain.
Everyone's like an onion.
Alrighty, Dagger.
Okay, I'm going to attack this one, the hurt one.
That hits. And you finish it off, just driving the rapier straight down through it into the ground.
Okay. And I'm going to disengage and come up here.
Alright, the bugbear is just gonna turn around. No one get away! And he attacks you, Dagger. 12 misses. Just dodge out of the way. And that's him done. Scam.
I'm going to try and produce flame again. The only intellect devourer left in the room.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
You shake your hand a couple of times and blow on it, wondering why it's not working.
Scamp's still shooken up about Jimmy.
You like roll those things!
Alright,
Yeah, it's funny that
Intellect Devourer is looking for a host, and Brew, you're the likely candidate. Give me an intelligence check.
there's not much to eat. Nice.
And it should be a minus 5. So
Right.
you have
The one.
2. What 2?
Ooh.
Yeah, sorry, I've adjusted my intelligence now properly.
It's all good. The Intellect Devourer vanishes.
Oh no!
It takes you over, Brew.
Oh my goodness. Do we have to kill Brew?
You're no longer stunned, but you're under the intellect of Arrow's control.
So am I.
You're completely under its control. Cass.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon at the one over by Roland.
Sorry, I just unplugged my headphones accidentally. Spiritual weapon on the intellect of Arrow.
By Roland.
Apparently
yes.
that pissed Knox off. He disappeared.
Did I? Wait, where did I go?
Alright.
Yeah, I can't
Wait,
see
no.
me. Where'd I go?
Where did you go?
I don't know.
Right, your token's been deleted. Which square were you in?
I would like to come
That
back,
one?
please. I was right next to Brew.
There? Do you see the map?
Now I do.
No.
I think
You were further up.
She's right there.
Which, do you remember your initiative count?
He was
yeah, it was
before me, but after Brew.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna put you on 7.
I think it was like 7.9 or something because of weird initiative breakers type.
Okay. Alright. Sorry about that, Cass. The spiritual weapon hits with a 22. For 9 points of force damage. This little shadow glaive slices into the brain.
And I did that with a Warlock spell slot.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it twice.
That first beam is a crit. For 5 force damage, it just sort of throws it up against the wall. And as it scampers forward, tries to jump up at Roland, you hit it again and it just bounces into Roland's chest, dead, and then falls to the ground.
Oh god.
Nice crit.
Do we have a token for the weapon?
It's on the wrong layer. Sorry.
Roland yells out. Thank you, Cass.
Quite welcome.
Alright, Brew. The Intellect Devourer. It is going to command you to not leave any witnesses behind. Commands you to rage and attack Nox. Grabbing a piece of wood off of the ground to use it like a club, an improvised weapon.
Right, so I will bonus action to rage, use a free action to pick up a piece of wood, and sorry Nox, I will swing that piece of wood at...
Alright, suddenly Brew, he sort of snaps out of his stasis, but then he picks up a large chunk of wood and just swings it at you, 10 misses, and then the Devourer commands you to swing again. And that hits.
Never mind. That would make my AC. Ignore that. Sorry. I was doing quick math. Yep, that hits. Go ahead. It's gonna hurt.
Alright, you're hit for 15 points of damage. Well, the Intellect Devourer should have made that reckless too.
He should have.
And then it just commands you to stay there for now and end your turn.
Sorry, I gotta click that. There we are.
Nox.
Fuck. Nox would just be like, "Brew, the fuck," and reach out, hoping not to
hurt him too much, but he's gonna reach out and try and shock and grasp him.
That hits. 7 lightning. And saps your reaction out of you.
And I'm going to... so, really quick, since we've faced Intellect Devourers before, we kind of know what they are. Would I know what's happened to Brew since I was like right next to him when the thing disappeared?
Probably, yeah. I'd say that you can quickly put 2 and 2 together. You've never seen that happen before, but you do know that they take control of creatures.
Okay.
So to be clear, the shocking grasp before was just because you thought I was being a jerk.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. Good.
But,
Good.
come on, it's the 6-second moment of just like, oh shit. I'll back up next to Scamp here, and
Alright, the bugbear swings at you as you move away, but misses.
I will quicken spell a suggestion to Brew to go sit in the corner and count to 1,000.
Okay. So, Brew, you make a wisdom save at a +0, because you have now the Intellect Devourer's wisdom.
Okay, so not a -1. Okay, so ignore the -1.
Yeah. Alrighty, you become charmed now, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to go sit in the corner and start counting to 1,000. But
do I?
Not well. It's not your turn.
Oh, sorry.
I could. Maybe Brew can't count those, so he's like 187, 520, 999.
Like it could take the full 8 hours for real. Unless I can access the Intellect Devourer's intellect.
Look, I had to think of something on a short stance, so this is what I'm going with.
That's a great call.
Not to kill my friend.
Brew probably can't even find the starting number to count from 1 to 1,000.
Alright, well, you've got 12 intelligence at the moment with Intellect Devourer.
That is like 50% more intelligent than I've ever been before. I might keep this brain dog.
And that is concentration knocks. It's a concentration spell.
It is.
Any bonus action or more movement on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Roland.
Kind of run back over here. What the hell is going on? See, he wouldn't have seen all that just happened with Brew. Does know there's still a bugbear, and that quite possibly it has an Intellect Devourer in it as well. I will use my 1 a day suggestion on the bugbear. And why don't you go tell Lakana that you're actually an Intellect Devourer?
He looks at you, his eyes start to glaze over. Okay.
And I'll just kind of yell out to Nox, what the hell is going on?
Roland, the little mind thing, it is in Brew. I do not know what to do.
Oh fuck.
Dagger. My dagger went into assassin mode today.
Oh my goodness. When I asked who it was I going to kill, I didn't think it was going to be Brew.
Brew dies all the time. He's used to it.
I want to attack. I'm gonna attack the bugbear.
That hits.
Well, shit.
Well, that was almost a good idea.
And no sneak attack. But you do hit the bugbear for 10 points of damage and suddenly shakes his head as the glaze from his eyes disappear. The suggestion is broken.
Yeah, let's need to decide what we need to do with Brew, because can we fix him?
Alright, the bugbear looks shocked and he looks a little bit disorientated. He sees Brew swinging.
Oh, me your friend now? Oh, good, okay. Me smacks this one.
And he picks up his Morningstar and swings at dagger. And a 15 hits for 5 piercing damage. And then he grabs the door and closes it.
All done here, we're closed. Paperwork complete. Goodbye.
Closes the door.
He's a very efficient bureaucrat.
Scam.
I'm going to try and cast Produce Flame on the bugbear.
And it hits.
Nice.
9 fire damage. Slams into the bugbear's side, burns his fur away.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to use 2 of my Fey Energy dice to heal Nux.
You're a lifesaver.
So you get 10 plus 2 temporary hit points.
Cass.
Alright, I'm gonna go open that door back up.
The bugbear yells back at you.
I say we closed.
And my weapon's gonna move in and attack the bugbear.
What was a miss?
Alright, Eldritch Blast it is then.
That hits. For 10 force damage as he goes to open his mouth again.
I say we.
The Eldritch Blast just hits him in the head. Snaps his neck. And he falls straight to the ground dead.
Nice damage.
I don't think I've ever maxed that before. Nothing pops out of him.
Maybe.
Alright, then I'm gonna move away from the door then.
And his jaw just dislocates. And as it does, it disgorges an intellect devourer that crawls out of his mouth cavity, just breaking the top and bottom of his head apart. Another intellect devourer lands on the ground. Brew. You are suggested to go count in the corner.
Oh, good. I will do that.
As you move away, the intellect devourer tries to claw you. Miss.
Good. I start at 4. I'd count down by accident.
No.
With a slight tear boiling up in his eye, it's just like, Fred, no. And just is gonna reach out and chromatic orb the other intellect devourer that's in front of Dagger.
That hits.
The standard level one, obviously.
Ooh.
Lightning damage.
Nice.
Alright, it just shoots over to the intellect devourer and knocks it on its side. Lightning disperses around it. And it's just singed. The smell of burning meat starts to fill the air. Rolling.
I am going to... yeah, we'll just viciously mock it for now. Or, you know what? Instead of viciously mocking it, you'll just tell a really bad joke. I just now thought of using the spell, so I don't have one. Ready? I don't know if it'll work.
Okay. It drops onto the ground and starts scratching its legs around.
I cannot believe that worked. Good lord.
It's just like doing that like Homer Simpson one where he's got his legs and he's just like going like clockwise around on the ground. Like, and it just keeps doing that. And makes another wisdom save. What's your DC?
15.
And it's still doing that.
Kill it, Dagger.
Dagger.
Well, here's hoping I can.
That is definitely a hit, an 18. And you just stop it.
Does a slight spin on the edge of your rapier like a pole dancer.
And you move in to see Nox just counting on his fingers and toes and muttering to himself.
Yeah.
We are still in initiative.
What are we going to do about Brew?
We have some time. We need to think.
Can I tell he's gone? Me as a player knows what an intellect devourer does and what this means,
Yeah.
but I don't think Scamp would have that knowledge.
You've seen them countless times burst out of people's brain, leaving the host dead.
So the Scamp will be like, I really kind of hate this place. I don't think there's anything we can do for him. I think we need to find somebody who's stronger in healing magics. But she's not going to attack
Nox,
right now.
You lost concentration before, it says, somehow.
How?
I don't know.
Accidentally did damage
accidentally
himself
did damage.
when I healed
I
him.
deleted myself.
Okay.
I'm like, no, I didn't take any more damage, so...
You must have just accidentally hit it.
Just call Brew Jimmy too.
Can
Jimmy!
can we lock him in here and try to find help?
Just keep in mind that a round is only 6 seconds.
I'm going to take the dodge action.
There's not enough time to discuss what to do, because after your round, Scamp, the intellect devourer uses 5 feet of its movement to get out of Brew's brain. It literally just teleports out, and Brew suddenly just falls to the ground, and his eyes roll back in his head. He's not breathing, he's not moving.
Yeah, see, if you had to live in here, you'd jump out too.
And it uses 5 feet of its movement to teleport out of Brew's brain, and it's actually on 15, so it's actually like before your turn, Kath. It's still in initiative, but it's just going to use its Devour Intellect on Dagger now to get a new host, because this one is broken. It just couldn't stand Brew there trying to count. It's just like, fuck this, I'm out of here.
Oh man. Oh
and
man.
it targets Dagger, and Dagger, you're hit for 12 psychic damage.
Wait a
And-
minute. What does the Bardic Inspiration do?
It lets you roll a d8.
It's
You
not
would
gonna
have
help you.
You'd have to
Why?
max it out.
What
You'd
is
have to
it?
max it out, but you could do it.
There's a chance.
I might as well try.
Yeah, do it.
Oh!
There it is.
Yeah!
At the buzzer for the save.
You're welcome.
Epic.
From the hall.
You're able to resist, and then it jumps at you, and Brew, you're actually still suggested, so you're still actually charmed by Nox at the moment. You count
I'm still
in the
counting.
corner.
Alright,
You
attempting
do,
to count.
but you're just sort of fallen down, like your eyes have just gone like white, and you're still sort of counting, but you see Brew's in some serious trouble. And the Intellect Devourer then tries to claw Dagger as well with his attack, and that misses, and it ends its turn there. Cass, you're up.
Alright. I'll go ahead and spiritual weapon attack the intellect. I can't talk. That thing.
Brain Dog.
Brain dog.
That hits for 9 force damage.
And it's probably gonna have cover, but I'll Eldritch Blast at it twice.
That hits for 7, and a 10 misses. Alright, Brew, you're still counting. And you guys
5.
hear Brew's words start to slur though. Yak, Becky, Gabagu, Jabba, Wabba, and then he just stops counting altogether.
Again, you've heard him talk like that before, but
Could just be drunk. Could be
Yeah.
about to die, who knows. Nox.
sometimes both.
Sometimes both.
Seeing the Intellect Devourer out of his body now, I will drop concentration. Which I'm assuming is kind of a free action.
Yeah.
Then, I'm assuming the spiritual weapon doesn't actually take up like a whole lot of space. It's kind of like just there,
It's, yeah.
right?
It doesn't take up any
Alright.
room.
So, 10, 25.
It's
I
all
will.
difficult terrain to go through there. Or over
Oh, it
furniture,
is. Okay. So I probably only get to about here. We'll call that the end of my movement. I will. Now, fuck it. I'm gonna chromatic orb this bitch because I don't like these things. They're awful.
Yeah. That hits.
Lightning damage.
And it just screeches over. It hits the Intellect Devourer and just pops it. And a little smouldering brain starts to shrivel in amongst
So,
the wood.
really quick, Seb. The intellect devourers around the room, are they still there, or do they like dissolve?
They're still there. There's just all these disgusting fetid brains all over the ground. And then suddenly Brew collapses. Smashes into the wood.
Grab cast somebody!
Is he still breathing?
You're instantly killed, Brew, as the intellect devourer leaves your brain.
So
Lose you
Scamp is
instantly.
probably going to run over, and I know as a player this isn't going to work, but she's still going to attempt to cast Lesser Restoration on him because she's panicking, and they lost a person yesterday.
Alright, you try a lesser restoration, and it just doesn't even work. The spell has no effect.
I have a standard potion of healing, and I wouldn't know because we haven't actually had anyone die from this yet. So I'm popping the cork off and force feeding it to him. Just like,
Right.
come on,
You
buddy, come on!
pour it
No,
down
no.
his throat, and it starts coming out of his nose.
Like slapping him. No, Brew.
Completely unresponsive.
Nox. He's gone.
Brew, you start to just see darkness all around you, and then suddenly there's this like bubbling feeling around you, like you're swimming through bubbles. And you look around, you see these glass screens around you everywhere, and you're swimming around this tainted looking water. It's sort of yellowish, and you're swimming around, and suddenly you start to sink and sink, and the water goes in your mouth, but it's ale. You're in a giant flagon of ale swimming around.
This is
having the time of your life.
Could I get some sort of sea vessel on this sea of beer? That would be Brew's heaven.
You see this cloud form overhead, and you're just like out floating around on the sea in this giant flagon of ale, like this. I mean, it's the size of a wagon, this flagon, and yeah, just bobbing up and down through the waves, and this massive cloud overhead starts to form, and you hear the crackling of thunder and lightning all around you, and you realize this is a vessel that you're in. Meanwhile, on the material plane, Brew is there, just you're slapping him, you're trying to heal him. Potion's coming out of his nose. No one can lift him. His eyes are rolled back in his head.
Again, not unlike many evenings at the the troll slayer tavern. Eyes in the head, trying to lift him up the stairs. Oh well, we'll just leave him here on the floor.
Brew, no! Come on, you big ugly walrus! And I'm just like slapping him, like aggressively now. Like, come on, get out of it!
Nox, that's enough.
No, he's not dead. I will not take.
Sometimes this happens.
You hear
This is a very dangerous place.
a lot of footsteps come towards you guys. Very organized sounding footsteps, like a march. And there are 4 hobgoblins that come to the door. Identify yourselves by the name of the Legion of Azrok. One of the hobgoblins, who looks like the captain, yells out.
I'll step forward and produce my my writ.
What has happened here? He checks the paper quickly, but doesn't even seem to make that his priority at the moment. He sees the destruction. The
Intellect
bodies.
devourers were inhabiting some goblins and a bugbear, and they attacked us.
What?
I believe you may have been infiltrated by Xanathar.
You all must come with us now.
But if you could please help us, one of ours has fallen.
He steps into the room. Weapons down, all of you. Looks around. Sees Brew there, sees you guys around him. Tuko, malatus, falatulas, mo. Hobgoblins nod, and they just march over and they pick Brew up. You will come with us now.
All right.
And the hobgoblins lead you to Asrok's hold, Asrok's chamber, the throne room, just to the north. And you can move, Brew.
Oh, sorry.
Up here.
Is it? Okay.
Alright, the hobgoblins are marching. And you see Azrok, Lurkana, the wargs chewing on a few bones, the goblins standing guard, sharpening weapons, and the hobgoblins drop Brew's body just on the ground in a very careful manner. In. Is the door closed? Let me
Yeah,
open
it's
it.
closed.
Yeah.
Why are you going in? I said in! You guys head into Azrok's chamber,
Who knows what they're doing in there?
and Lurkana is whispering in Azrok's ear.
Save him.
One of my captains tells me there was a conflict in my hold. What is the meaning of this?
There was,
It was no conflict.
mighty Azrok. There were.
Roland, you've got a clear head. You do.
It seems that the Xanathar have infiltrated some of your troops, mighty Azrok. Three goblins and one bugbear. They accosted us and began to attack. And intellect devourers came out of them once they were dealt with. Unfortunately, we lost one of our companions in the fighting.
This is concerning. I should have seen it coming.
When he says that, one of the goblins smirks. Lakana draws her.
Which one?
This one. Lakana just draws her longsword and strikes the goblin down, cutting his neck.
Okay.
In plain view of everyone else. Then she wipes her blade on the goblin's loincloth, then steps back onto the dais.
Roland was just gonna say something to him, but Ricardo beat him to it.
Lakana there stands back up there, right by Azrok's side, hands behind her back.
Let that be a lesson to any of you who mock me. These outsiders have saved us today from an infiltration by the Xanathar Guild. If there are others who will betray us, you will meet a similar fate. One of them has given their life for us. We have many children to feed here, and he will be a substantial meal for many, many days.
Oh, well, that's if you could not eat him, that would be fantastic. Actually, we were hoping that maybe you would have somebody that could bring him back.
children are hungry. But, out of respect. Very well. We will not have him turned into food. But, he holds out his hands. I do not possess the ability to bring back the dead. Although I have many blessings by Maglubiet, that is not one of them. However, there may be a way. You will do so at your own risk. You can see Preta Creeper.
Preta what?
She is an assistant. Was an assistant to one of Hallister's apprentices, named Arcturia. But she stands with the Legion of Azrok now. We give her what she wants, and she stays out of our business.
Then leave us to her. No risk is too great.
I'm not saying that it's not. I just want to know what we're getting into before we get into it.
You will go and meet with Preta Creeper, or you'll find your own way to bring him back, if that is what you want.
We will meet with her.
Her chambers are to the south and to the east. You can see several lanterns lighting the way to her hovel. Thank you for your services here today. We will investigate this further. Enjoy your stay here. And now you know how dire this situation is. I am increasing security. And he just starts yelling out orders. Gugura! Mako Kulas! Tugogo! Rakas! Makulas! Rara Gaguru! Marakara Kurukuru! Ruffy! Karaka! Gaga Gogo Gigako! Bigo Gogo! Gaga Gogo! Goblins start running off in all different directions to perform duties. You're dismissed.
The hobgoblin that carried Brew in for us, is it this guy here?
Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind, if we could impose on you for just a little longer, could you help us carry our friend to Preta Creeper? Well, none of us are quite as strong as he was.
He looks over at Asrok. Lurkana whispers in Azrok's ear. Azrok gives you a nod, but he nods not at directly at you.
Wrong direction.
Yeah. He nods next to you.
Oh, okay.
And you can see every goblin just biting their tongue.
Poor guy.
Very well then. Come with me.
Thank you. Guess we can presume he picked up Brew.
Alright, he leads you through the streets.
Jesus, it's a maze back here.
Over in this direction, and then he sort of stops.
I will go no further. You must carry your own friend from here.
Right. Thank you for carrying
Scamp,
him.
I hate to ask, but I will assist what I can.
As you
To
approach...
be fair, you
Go on.
To be fair, Scamp, you are the only one here that would even be able to support Brew in any capacity.
She'll just nod slowly, and I'll try to carry Brew.
You guys collectively can just drag his body along the ground. As you approach this collapsed section of Stormcolder, you see some cauldrons. They magically light up as you approach with this burning, eerie, greenish and yellowish flame. And at the end of this hallway is a stone hovel in a cave. And a voice calls out to you as harmless rats scurry in and out in a constant stream, all over your legs, constantly. The door is already ajar as you approach.
Come in. Enter.
This decrepit voice greets you. And the door creaks as it opens.
As we go in, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at first level. I'm actually kind of hurt. Don't know what's gonna happen. Ooh, good roll for me.
I really wanted to go pick up my armor and my shield, but the scamp wouldn't want to do that with Brew dead, so...
Oh no!
Come in. Make yourselves welcome. I am Peter Creeper.
And you see this old woman who's hideously deformed. She has eye stalks sprouting from her eye sockets. Her mouth is twice as large as it should be, filled with sharp pointed teeth. And she looks, yeah.
Oh!
Well,
Little eyeballs are opening and closing that dot her clothless body. She has
Oh
a
my.
loincloth that looks like it's made from the skin of a kuatoa. She sort of dances her hands together. And she sort of cowers.
You're not here to hurt me, are you?
No. Save our friend.
There's rats crawling around in her cot. It looks like the bed is moving. Surprisingly, there is bookshelves lining the walls with all sorts of topics of arcane magic.
Oh. Have you come to bring me this one then, so I may raise him from the dead?
Yes.
that would be ideal.
Excellent. Another zombie for my army then.
No, not
No.
undead. An actual living person again.
What?
Bring him back.
As he was before.
We may be willing to do a favor in exchange if you can.
But it requires much more powerful magic to raise him in that manner than it does to simply animate him like the rest of the drow that I have.
Is it magic that is out of your reach?
Oh, Victoria taught me many things in my time in the Mage Academy. It is not out of my reach now.
What would we need to do to get you to do this for us?
We do care a lot about him. We don't want him to be a zombie.
Do you have any spell books, perhaps, that you'd be willing to trade?
I have a few, actually, yes.
I think I have one as well.
That will do. Yes.
One of the eye stalks, like, sort of bursting out of her eye. It's just hanging loose on a tendril, but there's still an eyeball attached to it. It's like a foot long, just dangles down from her head. It raises up, blinks a couple of times.
I have Calabash's spellbook, so but first I want to pull out. Nope. Sorry, I'm talking out of character. But the first thing I want to pull out is one of the blank ones and hold it to her and be like, here's a spellbook, unused, ready to go.
Did you say Calabash?
We have met the man, yes.
He is one of Alistair's apprentices. One of the 7.
He intimated as much, yes.
He's no Acturia. But I am truly interested in seeing what spells he possessed. That will do, yes. Give it to me.
Raise him first.
No! You will give it to me first, and then I shall raise him, and I will impart him with knowledge.
I take it out and show it to her, but then throw it all the way across the room.
What was that last part? Impart him with knowledge?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
The memories of Acturia will flow through him. He will learn secrets that no man knows.
Is she lying to me?
Alright, you make an insight check. She seems to be on the up and up.
Did you already throw the spell books? The spell book, Nox?
Nox is being rather like brash and responsive is a good term. So yes, the spellbook is all the way across the room on the bed over here.
She just takes it with this filthy, deformed hand as she's sort of hunched over, and she's still got her eye on you. From the eight eyes that just sort of pop out of her back.
Still got a eye on you, and I, one of the many.
She takes this little lizard, it looks like a skinned lizard, and just sort of stuffs it into the mouth of this lizard, and like quickly tucks it under her bed.
Yes. Good. Your friend will be sore for a few days. But it will do. You must leave me now for 1 hour while I perform the ritual. No one else can be in the room.
And he will be back to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, well.
Nox is just gonna wait just outside the door, like, not going anywhere.
I'm gonna put a hand on Brew's body and just, we'll see you soon, bud. And walk out of the door. I'll close it behind me.
Alright, you guys take a short rest while you wait for an hour. And you hear all these strange, like, chanting noises. And this chanting goes on and on and on.
Anybody that uses hit dice can roll a d6 as well, remember.
Roll's there just jamming it out. Singing Bon Jovi. And you can, like, all of these braziers, the colors change on the braziers, and then at one stage they just all completely go out. And you can smell this strange incense burning. And Brew, you return back to life.
No way. Wow.
with 1 hit point. And you have a -4 penalty to attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
Sweet.
Raise that then.
And every time you finish a long rest, the penalty is reduced by 1. It is quite an ordeal to come back from the dead.
Well, it's better than the alternative.
And you wake up to this thing like hovering over you with none of your friends there. What do you do?
Oh man, going from swimming in beer to that. Oh man.
How do you react?
Is this the afterlife? Did I?
No, I have brought you back through the magic of Victoria. Scan your memories. Scan them for new thoughts.
And Brew, you get 2 cards from the secret deck. You learn 2 secrets about Undermountain.
Those are hard-won secrets right there.
If I can find into the deck. There we go. Shuffle it up. And deal you 2 cards.
Is there a way to...
What's that?
Is there a way to add a global -4?
You could. You could do global modifiers and do a -4, but you can just remember to take 4 off too.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry, what were you
saying?
saying?
It's not nice being run back from the dead, that's for sure.
It beats dying.
Alright,
more or less.
so you get 2 cards from the secret deck, so let us know which ones you got, and you can read them out, or I can read them out for you if you like. They're just some memories that you have that weren't there before, these secrets that you know. If you double click the card, it'll bring it up. Oh, wait, I gave you the wrong cards.
I just gained rune
Quick,
power.
don't look at those.
You don't want those ones, especially if they're the bad ones. Try this instead.
I think I had Bane briefly because of all the beer. I was so happy.
Try those ones.
Can you guys see that?
No, you have to tell me which
What
one
do I
it
do?
is.
Oh, Dark Elf Menace
Okay, I got handouts for him. So,
and
Madhouse. Alright, so first of all, you learn this. Recent conflicts in Mensa-Branson have left weakened drow houses fearing for their future. Drow are coming to Undermountain in droves to carve out sanctuaries for one house or another. Hallister can't be happy to see them return in force, but who knows? Maybe the Mad Mage orchestrated the upheaval to bring Dark Elves scurrying back for reasons beyond the comprehension of the sane.
Nope, he's a racist. He just wants them gone. Get off my lawn!
And Madhouse. The Shadow Dusks were a Waterdavian noble family whose quest for political supremacy ended centuries ago after Shadow Dusk wizards opened portals to the Far Realm. Twisted by madness and driven from their home, they sought assistance from Hallister and sank into the depths of Undermountain, never to be seen again, yet vestiges of the noble house undoubtedly remain.
Ooh. Interesting.
That one definitely sounds like.
Alrighty, let's take a 10-minute break here. And we'll
Alright.
see how Brew's feeling when we get back.
Alright.
Cool.
See you guys soon. Also, just for that encounter as well, with Preta Creeper, you guys get another 380 XP each. 383.
Is that 19.9?
$19.9.5. Brew, just so you know, Nox is invested. You can't die, bro.
Aw, thanks. I mean, wouldn't it be fun if I came back as a annoyingly lawfully good pally? Like,
No.
annoyingly lawfully good?
No. But no, I'm like, there's that weird moment where it's just like, he could roll a new character or whatever, but at the same time, no. Nox likes Brew. This is not happening. Nox is going to be like the whole, like, people are going to be like, oh, we need to bury him, and then he'd just be like, no, fuck you. You touch him, I will burn you alive.
He is... But admittedly, it's the risk you take when you do dump stats for all of your intelligence and wisdom and social skills.
Oh, no. I mean, like, I think it was actually before you joined. We ran into an...
Nox almost got it.
I almost got it. And I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna die. This is gonna suck. Oh my god. I just happened to, like, save at the right moment so I didn't, like, just straight up die. And as soon as it happened to you, I'm sitting there having, like in my mind, Nox is having these weird flashbacks to, no, not again, not happening.
Totally.
Like PTSD moments of just, like, straight up, like, Vietnam, I'm gonna motherfucking burn you all.
Burn you.
At the same time, Brew's background story is literally he started as dead. His bio. Did I flash you guys?
I remember.
Yeah.
It's
a pretty crazy bio. It's very long.
Round number 2. Round number 3, right? Third time's a charm.
It's like he here, I'll flash it up just for kids. It's pretty long.
Oh, jeez.
Anytime you throw...
I forgot that it was so long.
Yeah, don't feel obliged to read it. But the point is, at the end, like, he was dead. He was just dead on the seas. And he probably got dead a lot during his piracy times. Like, so Brew's all good with death. So if, the fact that he, like, might actually die...
I get it. He's accepted the death. The death is going to come at some point.
Yeah, like, when you serve Tempest, I think you have to accept that sometimes battle ends in death. Holy crap, that is very long. I just scrolled up. Sorry, that's spammy.
Spam the chat.
Spam a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna bio. Be right back.
Seriously, Tyler, every time Intellect Devours come up, I do have a slight moment of PTSD. I'm just like, oh shit! When you play video games and that moment when you see something that's killed you a bunch of times and you hate fighting,
Yeah.
it's like, oh god, no!
Yeah, I have my group that I'm running through Dragon Heist right now. First time they came up on an Intellect Devourer. I mean, they as players knew what it was, and they were like, "Oh shit," because they were coming up on this thing at level 2, So, unfortunately, I didn't get any of them with it. Not for lack of trying.
So, I had a great moment recently. So I had the game I DM on Monday nights is like my wife, my best friend, his wife, and a mutual friend of all of us, and a third party friend, but he's cool anyways. But it's hilarious because out of everyone there, only my best friend is the one who actually is like really into D&D, like on the level that I am. So he's like, I listen to all the podcasts. I know what's going on. He kind of has like the inside scoop to like nothing really surprises him anymore.
Right.
And I hit them up with their first Mind Flayer, and everyone was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, this is no big deal, whatever." And my best friend's in the corner going like, "Y'all, we're like 4. We're level 4. Run!" He's freaking out, and no one else. Everyone's like, "Why are you being such a big baby?" And he's like, "No, run as fast as you can. Go away." And my wife is sitting there like hilariously because she's playing like a straight up fighter. She's just like balls to the wall, like, "Fuck you, I'll beat anything, I don't care." I'm like, "All right, let's go." Knocked her out round like first roll, like she's just down, and everyone's just like, "Oh shit." The whole situation was just funny because there's that weird moment of just like you have players that know and then players that just don't know yet, and you're just like, "Oh, this is gonna be really entertaining." I will say I'm not an asshole. I didn't kill my wife, player, straight up. Her friends dragged her body away. They like, she was still on death saves, and they got her up. So, but it was a really
he
entertaining.
still wanted to be able to sleep in the bed that night.
Oh no! It was funny. I will say this: as a DM, and if you DM for your significant other, it's really awesome when your significant other can take gameplay and not hold it against you, as long as you're not an asshole. She was upset, but she understands that she definitely ran head first into that one. That was her fault. I wasn't being a bad guy. It just kind of happened. Didn't help also that my first damage roll was a natural 20. So,
Ooh.
yeah, it just like crushed her dreams.
Yeah. Oh man.
But yes, intellect devours are like, especially in this game, Nox is like, every time he sees one, he just has these weird like flashback PTSD moments. He's just like, "No, not happening. Burn everything."
Seb, I think you ruined him.
Okay, you guys
That was so big.
doing all right?
Yeah. This is not exactly what I was expecting this evening, but yeah.
Hey, it's a blindside.
Yeah, we got blindsided, that's for sure.
The Blindsided was just going to be a joke about the goblin or the hobgoblin king, but no.
All right, so you finally see the door open after just over an hour, and Brew is standing there. He's looking A-okay.
Roll up and just biggest bear hug. Granted, Nox is only like 5'9", so it's not like a big bear hug. It's more like a child hugging a dad moment. But
I'm not that.
Scamp will run up and give them both big hugs, since Nox is just there too.
Good to have you
Yeah,
back.
Brew's like, you know, you guys are my favorite crew ever. We're the best crew. I was in a big beer thing. You guys should try dying. It's pretty all right, you know. It's all right. It's not bad. Don't be afraid.
While dying is not on my list, I would say this: you cannot die yet. I have not had your one of a kind limited brewing special beer yet. We haven't made it yet. You just can't do it. It's not allowed.
I believe Tempest has many more battles in store for me. And you. And all of us. He likes us. And he gets that kind of glazed weird look in his eye that makes you think, oh, he's back. And now we're not so sure we're glad about that.
Someone's coming your way.
I'm going to turn to Prita and be like, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this means to us.
Oh, it's a shame. He would have made a welcome addition to my little subjects. If you're interested in taking a look at them, they're to the north. Truly magnificent specimens, each and every one of them.
Brew, do you feel alright? You're looking a little worse for wear. I mean, granted, you're alive.
I'm a lot better than I was. Yeah, I feel pretty good. Actually, I feel pretty good.
As you guys come, as you emerge from here, you see Azrok here. By himself. And he just sort of looks around as if he's like trying to see how you guys address him.
Mighty Azrok, we did not think to see you here.
So it is done. Your friend, raised from the dead.
Yes. I lean over her shoulder a little bit and just say, "Yes, it's done."
I do sort of like, I wave.
A powerful mage. Indeed. Able to bring a soul back from the dead. Or bring them into undeath. These are desperate times, and we must take any soldiers that we can get.
That is understandable.
Lorcana told me that she has talked with you all, and it's clear that you are proven in combat. I urge you, make haste in your departure now. Lorcana is prepared to pay you 1,000 gold pieces in return for the dagger. I hope this is an incentive for you.
As he's talking, you notice again this grisly trophy that he has around his neck. A finger, a severed finger. As it dangles about, it's what's on the finger that catches your eye. You didn't quite see it because you weren't quite close enough when you conversed with him before. It's a silver ring bearing a sigil on it. A white falcon on a blue field.
Does that mean anything to any of us?
I feel like it's supposed to. That's right.
Lady Rosnar told you that her brother Chrysando has gone missing in Undermountain. It's the Rosnar family crest.
Mighty Azrok, out of curiosity, The trophy that you wear around your neck. Where did you obtain that?
This is a sign of those who disrespect me. I cut it off one of those fancy nobles from Waterdeep. The fool disrespected me, offered me a truly condescending agreement. He wanted to set up a slavery ring in Undermountain, with slaves flowing down from Waterdeep, and money flowing up into his coffers, as well as my war chest. I am not one to reduce myself to the likes of those Xanathar Guild members. Skullport, slavery. Thought of it sickens me. I'd no sooner kill a man, slit his throat, than have him suffer, serving unwillingly. So, I took his hand, I sliced off every one of his fingers. Then, I skinned him alive, and gutted him.
Well,
Fed
it
him
sounds like he's...
to the trash monster.
Well,
Skimp
It
was
sounds
like
like
totally
he's-
on board up until the torture.
The end he met sounds like the kind of person he was. I do... Pardon, it's a little forward. Would you mind if we took the ring off the finger? Keep the finger, by all means. It is a great trophy. But could I have the ring?
I will be willing to overlook this disrespect that you're showing me right now. Because
I mean no disrespect.
of having you defeated those mind flayers. Ask me that again, and it'll be your finger that I'm wearing around my neck. Now, meet with Elquest and head to Skullport immediately.
of course.
Of course.
We will do just that. Brew, I'm gonna turn to you and hit you with a. I'm gonna hit you with a 3rd level Cure Wounds.
Thank you very much.
Ah, what a
As-
shitty roll.
Azrok, do you mind if we go back to the room we stayed the night before? I left some items there that will likely help us in our journey that I would like back.
Of course! Equip yourselves, prepare yourselves! Meet with Elquist. Now I must head back to my chambers. Ow! Walks into the wall. First I must check the wall for secret doors.
Azrok, it's okay. We know. Trust me. Over here, buddy. Over here.
Have you met our friend Pavel? He checks for traps that way.
And he
Which
just
is
sort of
very effective.
stumbles off down the streets. He's walking into walls.
Alright.
Eventually finds his way.
I actually honestly don't know which way to go.
I think it's over here.
I think it was north.
I don't want to jerk my token all the way there.
As you guys walk through, a couple of goblins walk past you guys with shovels in their hands, and one of them has like a miner's pick, another one has a helmet on, and they just like walk past you guys in a hurried motion like they're going to go dig.
Excuse me, sir. Could you point us to the chambers of Olquest? We need to speak with him.
Ulquist, this way.
And he points a hand down to the south to this big building over here.
Thank you, good.
Can I open this door? I think this is where our stuff is.
Addy, the door's not locked. You open it up, and it is a guest room, but it's not the right one. It looks exactly the same, though.
This way, Brew.
Same
They all look the
configuration.
same.
Here it is. This is
Grab
it,
my
right?
stuff.
Yeah.
This looks familiar.
You guys grab all your stuff and
I'm so lost.
equip yourselves. Scamp is...
I also grab Scamp's. I grab Scamp stuff as well. I'm gonna bring it down
Come
to
to
her.
me.
Roland brought everything with him.
And anything that anybody else might have left around. And anything that anybody else might have left around. And just some beds too. Just scoop up stuff. Take it. Hey, is
You
this
can't
yours?
take the beds, Brew.
I like come up to Dagger. I'm like,
No,
hey,
you do not
I
tell
wasn't
Brew
sure.
what he can and cannot take. He's
Was
a
this
free
your
human,
bed?
He can do what he wants.
I wasn't. You slept in it. I wasn't sure if you wanted it, and I brought it.
You just roll up the bedroll and...
Is this what you wanted? Is
There's
this
like
your stuff?
There's like a goblin maid, like, cleaning up the room, and he just, like, rolled him up in there. Ah! Little goblin head sticking out of it.
I'm gonna take whatever.
I think your bed is talking. Your bedroll is talking.
Oh,
I would give
Tavern.
Here's your stuff, Scamp. I think this is your stuff, and I give her the goblin.
The goblin
Oh,
managed to
no.
And
roll
everything.
out of the bedroll and, like, runs away.
Gently set her down. Thank you, Brew. And I will take whatever amount of time to put on my leather armor.
Yeah,
Or
sure.
hide armor, rather.
You guys-
I
Oh,
would
that's
say-
why your AC was so crap. I forgot about that.
I am fairly lost, so does anyone know where the fuck to go?
Did the hobgoblin pointed at this? Where did he point to?
You open this door, Roland, and it's a latrine.
Oh, okay. I know he
bet
pointed
that's a
like this
lovely
way.
smell.
Hobgoblin's in there. Hey! Looks at you.
Sorry, wrong door. Close it.
We are looking for the.
You just saw more about a hobgoblin than you ever wanted to see.
Do you do one of those things where you're like,
You're all terrible with directions. We're going this way.
This hobgoblin that you're talking to knocks. What do you want? He's got a bit of a scowl on his face.
Ah, it is down here.
And you see a hobgoblin standing guard at this room now. Move along, people. Nothing to see here.
Is this Ulquist's chambers?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll knock.
oh, we're back here.
All right.
Before we go in, I'm gonna
Anyone
cast
else?
Cure Wounds on Brew at 3rd level.
Anyone else find it
Let's
fishy
see if
that
you roll better than mine.
Thank you.
devours?
Wow, way better than
Yeah,
mine.
you do. Wow.
Good roll.
Thank you, Scamp.
Scamp like a boss.
Well, I'm not really built for healing.
The
Oh,
funny thing
appreciate
is,
it.
I'm not any
So good.
better than you are at healing.
You knock on the door and a voice greets you telepathically. Who is it?
'Tis Roland Commoner. I'm a guest of Azrok. We are here to see Ulquist.
Oh, you're here to get passage to Skullport. Come in. And the door just opens by itself.
All right.
You step
This
into
guy. We're-
Ah,
a very
hello.
lavishly appointed chamber. There are pristine furnishings, divans made from leather, bookshelves lining the walls, a nice circular rug. There is a set of dragon chests with random pieces that look like it's taken from many different sets, flanked by 2 overstuffed chairs. There's a canopy bed in the corner, a nice footlocker, and standing up before you is a humanoid creature with a bulbous head, purple skin, 4 tentacles coming from its mouth. It wears a breastplate. Of course, it's a mind flayer. He looks just like any other mind flayer. Nothing special looking about him.
Do not be startled. Please. Come in.
And as the last of you walk in, the door just closes by itself. Gently.
You know, I do not want to be rude, but the last few times I've had an encounter with one of your kind has been very not pleasant.
I'm sure it wasn't. Please take a seat. I was just playing a game of dragon chess with myself. I calculated that I win 489 times in a row before I lose to myself. I already have the next 8,421 moves worked out.
Oh, you're a player. I play. I mean...
Oh, I wouldn't waste my time. I've already beaten you 984 times before you finally win.
Oh, well, very presumptuous, I would say, but no, okay.
It is a fact. I've already scanned your memories and your intellectual property.
Oh, so you've cheated?
I have simply stated a fact. Now I'm sure that you came here to ask me for passage to Skullport. I did feel it in your mind.
And as the mind flayer addresses you guys, like, he doesn't talk. He has a mouth, but the words are just appearing in your mind telepathically. You're not even sure if he can talk. But as you respond to him, like he responds back telepathically, but he can definitely hear you guys. You're not able to telepathically respond back.
Ah.
You are making a grave mistake. Heading to Skullport. You're quite anxious to throw your lives away.
Is it really that dangerous?
Why? Well, and why would we be wasting our time and throwing our lives away?
It is not safe for adventurers. The Xanathar Guild. They are in control there now. They have taken over Skull Island. They're led by a fierce hobgoblin warlord that rides on the back of a dragon. You'll be slaughtered instantly.
Pavel went there.
Oh, your friend. It would be probably okay, I'm sure. Sold as a slave on the market, if he's lucky. But you shouldn't concern yourself about that.
Regardless of the dangers that are present in Skullport, we do have to go there, and our minds are set.
Oh, that's not the place for adventurers, I'm telling you. Let me tell you something about Undermountain. Nothing much more intriguing that you can go after. Let me tell you the story about Trobriand's army. Trobriand was one of Hallister's most promising and demented apprentices. He was fascinated by machines, and he carved out a level of the Mad Mage's dungeon for himself, and set to work building an army of constructs It's said that Trobriand controls his creations with a metal ring, and that he crafted similar rings of lesser power for his apprentices, to protect them. In the event that his constructs went insane, doesn't that entice you much more? Demented apprentices, psychotic constructs that could turn against you at any time?
Well, that does sound very interesting. I must wonder, why are you so insistent that we do not go to Skullport? I figure that our safety is probably not on the top of your list of priorities.
Oh, but it is. That's why I'm warning you. I'm not like the other mind flayers. I have a soft heart. Especially for those that have a soft brain.
I smile.
He says soft, not rotten. Why don't you want us to find the dagger?
My. Why would you accuse me of that, shape changer?
Do you have the dagger?
Of course I don't. If I had the dagger, I would have relinquished it to the mighty Asrok.
Do you know where the dagger is?
I've panned your minds about this dagger. Very interesting to know that Azrok was blind, although it is not incredibly difficult to imagine. I don't spend much time here. I often travel to and fro from Skullport. If you truly do insist, I'll beg you one more time not to go. In fact, I'll even pay you to help you on your adventures elsewhere. Does 100 gold sound?
Not nearly enough. Because someone is paying.
I'm afraid I have not a coin more.
With all due
then...
respect, if our friend is there, I would rather go to Skullport regardless of the coin, especially if he might have been sold into slavery.
On top of which, you're a diplomat. The fact that you say that you do not have access to another gold more, I'm gonna call bullshit.
I don't have use for coins like you lesser beings. When you get to this stage of supreme intelligence, you'll understand that material items have no real value, but I can't imagine your puny brains to comprehend that. And no offense to you.
I'm sure.
Sure, not taken.
Well, not to you either, but at the same time, I cannot take advice from someone who does not actually have sex. It is one of the greatest pleasures.
Everyone just looks at Nox like, where did that come from?
Yeah, I'm just giving him the look.
I'm sorry, allow me to communicate better on your level.
And then he takes one of his mouth tentacles and sticks it down his throat.
Ow, this sound is just better for you.
No, please. Oh, good lords. No. Telepathically is fine.
I merely tried to communicate on your level of lesser intelligence. But anyway, very well then. If you're so keen to throw your lives away, far be it from me to prevent you. I will take you to Skullport. Don't say I didn't warn you when you were met with resistance from Xanathar Guild members.
Well, we've already met resistance today anyway. What is a few more?
Very well then.
And he just starts like floating above the ground and like hovering like away without like any more notice.
On the way out, I'll nudge Roland and just be like, "Oh, it's not like we don't make sport of killing them anyways."
Alright. Even though Roland almost very, very rarely is the one that actually kills. I think Roland may have
You've
killed
been
one.
amongst the killing. You've been a part.
I know I have. It's just
The shatter? The shatter?
Yeah.
Other than the shatter, did he just go in a circle?
He did.
It amuses me. The sheep follow the herdsman. Come now, sheep.
Well, if you ask us to follow and then you tell us we're sheep, you're kind of begging the question. Begging the definition, actually.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Well, that Brew says that. He has no idea what that means.
This guy is so condescending.
Right, he leads you
Roland.
down into this tunnel, and you see like the goblin from earlier hacking away at the wall with a pickaxe, and you come into a room that has some fungus growing on the walls here. It's all a natural cavern, and there are 3-4 hobgoblins stationed here. There is this fungus growing on the walls, and anyone with vision in nature can do a nature check to try and identify it. Or anyone familiar with the Underdark.
Where the hell am I?
Alright, Scamp, you already know what it is. It's ripple bark. So it actually sort of resembles like rotting flesh that just clings to the walls, like chunks of rotting flesh, but it's actually surprisingly edible, and you can eat it raw, but Underdark denizens will commonly roast it. Then you see hobgoblins just scraping some off the wall.
Could I ask the hobgoblins there, like, address one that maybe looks like it's in charge, and be like, would you mind if we took some of this stuff on the wall?
I'm afraid we need these rations to feed our army.
She'll just nod knowingly and leave it.
Oh yes, they did want to chop a brew up for food.
Oh
They
no,
might be hurting.
this way. Wait, do you have any light sources? You'll need to cover them.
Okay.
Can I ask why?
The shriekers. They will scream
they
as we
sound
go
terrible.
by.
And he points to these 3-foot tall mushroom appendages sticking up out of the ground.
I'm not going to be able to see without my light source. Could somebody maybe lead me through the tunnels?
I can do it. I've grabbed your hand and just walk you through.
I'll let go of my produce flame.
Okay,
I'll extinguish my torch if I have one.
sure. As you
Or
guys
use a lantern.
move through, you notice the cavern has a conical roof, and it's sort of reminiscent of the Underdark for those who have been in the Underdark before. And the air is full of this luminescent spore, little clouds that's forming around the gardens of moss and fungi. And all quest leads you straight through to a long tunnel.
Long tunnels, our specialty.
Alright, you guys just walk through this endless environment of tunnels for hours and hours and hours. There are several turn-offs as you go through, and one could easily get lost if you didn't know where you were going. Ulquist seems to know the way though, and after 3 hours, finally, the cave breaks open. Reveal truly tremendous sized cavern. Trying to move your scam. You're moving too. We'll get there.
Sorry. I was staying back because Nox was back, and then he started disappearing. So I was trying to keep up.
Alright, so you're just traveling through the darkness. Like, you got your torches back out now at this stage. You don't have to keep them, doused the entire time. And the journey goes on, and on, and on, and on, and on, and on, and on. Finally!
I can't see anything.
You can't.
I can't either.
And on, and on, and on. And eventually, through the gloom and the darkness, natural cave formations turn into rough-hewn walls. Hard-packed earth turns into tiled streets. And darkness turns into light. Because finally, you reach Skullport. And everybody gets another week of downtime.
Sweet.
Oh, really?
Now I'm kind of scared of Skullport.
Seb, are you allowed to gamble on, say I have proficiency with the dragon chess set, can I, gamble against that?
It will give you, I think, advantage to, make any check with dragon chess.
Okay, fair enough.
Alrighty, as you guys come into Skullport, you see before you an immense cavern with a city set on multiple levels. A lower level, a middle level, and a top level. You're on the lower level. You see bridges connecting buildings overhead. They seem to be made from fishing nets, planks from ships, and sails hanging on the roofs. The entire place reeks like the sea. And there are lanterns illuminating the dingy looking streets. Everything has this deteriorated, haphazard look to it. The buildings are so tightly packed together they're basically piled atop one another. There are hundreds of buildings here. Must be thousands of residents if they're all filled full. The ceiling looms 90 feet overhead, and the sparse light that reaches it reveals a forest of stalactites. The lanterns are all lit, albeit very rusty.
There we are. You have arrived at Skullport.
Indeed we have.
Don't say I never do nothing for you.
Well, I wasn't going to.
I have some business to take care of while I'm here. I bid you farewell.
Did you want to eat any brains or anything?
If you're offering them, I won't say no.
He's not offering.
Alright, he just levitates upward, disappearing overhead.
Well, that might be the creepiest thing that I've ever had the displeasure of meeting. Except
Oh no,
maybe for
trust
his
me.
cousin or whatever it was.
I want to kill him. Can we kill him? Is that allowed? Is that considered the front?
Well, it probably wouldn't go over very well with Azrok.
And you're just left to look out over these never-ending streets. There's a lot of
We
smoke.
might need them to help defeat the drow.
A lot of smoke coming out the building right next to you, and you can hear the sound of metal clashing on metal. Sounds like a forge at work. An ugly stone building that looms 3-4 stories tall. As you look around, you see buildings boarded up or windows smashed, doors ripped off, broken, abandoned, rats crawling inside them. Not a single person on the streets you can see.
Well, this is not good.
A few rats scurry by.
Can I try and catch a rat and make it my pet?
Make a dexterity save.
A save or a check?
A save.
Scamp just wants a friend.
You try to grab one, Scamp, and you just like too slow, and the rat just like crawls around you, and you sort of lean in, and you like are about to step on another rat accidentally, so you like hold your foot up, and then another rat crawls around you and end up like falling over, and rats just scurry around all around you as you just plonk on the ground.
Oh, are you alright, Scamp? I'll go help her up.
I'm fine.
Can I catch one with the 20?
Alright, just
Show
as
off.
one jumps off Scamp's head, like leaping in the air, Dagger just leans forward and snaps it up.
Here you go.
Oh, thank you. And I'll take it from Dagger, I guess, and try and hold on to it and like talk to it and try and calm it down because they can understand me. I just can't understand them.
Make an animal handling check.
Is animal handling charisma?
It's a wisdom.
I'll say you can do it with charisma.
Because I get advantage on charisma because of my racial.
Oh. Oh yeah, because you can talk to it.
Yeah, you can do an animal handling charisma check.
I'm gonna roll probably performance instead because I don't have proficiency, and
Sure.
I don't have proficiency in performance either.
The rat just tries to bite you. Bites you on
Oh
the hand
no!
for 1 piercing
No!
damage. And
I'll let it down.
it tries to run
Skip.
off.
Drop that.
I'll let
Drop
it
that
down and just look very sad.
Well, we'll find you another one.
Oh, that was
It's
30.
not-
That's a wrong direction.
Not so. Oh my God! It almost killed you.
It's a Vorpal rat.
That was Gamp's mental health, not her physical health.
Oh shit!
As you
Okay.
guys walk in, you just see what at first you think is a glowing green lantern, but then you realize it has 2 red glowing eyes and this green fire above it, hovering all around it, like hair. And it reminds you just like the electric flame skull that you had fought in level 2. However, this one, it is not electric, rather it's an actual flame skull, and it just like is hovering towards you guys.
Is it I mean, does it look aggressive?
Not really. It could have even been watching you for a short while. And it just hovers forward.
Welcome to Skullport. Do not litter.
All right. I think we can handle that.
Could you take us to the Druregard?
And it just like keeps flying by, ignoring your question.
Well, we did hear. I did hear some clanging and whatnot in this building here. Forging of some sort. That seems like a dwarven activity.
Alright, the door is around to the east of the building. There's a couple of doors.
Gotta walk all the way. Oh, it's a
Aren't
big
we
building.
also supposed to find somebody in Skullport?
Yes, there's someone that I need to talk for 3 strings, but since there's nobody in the street to ask where to go, well, I suppose
It's really weird that
we'll find her soon,
there's-
maybe.
there's nobody in the streets. That's really weird.
Alright, there is an open forge out the front of this building, and there's a sign indicating that this is Thaglar's Foundry. If you look inside, you see a very tall building. It looks quite ugly inside. There's grease all over the walls, and it is blazing hot. You can feel the forge fire wash over you, and there are a number of Duergar in here. Grey-skinned, white-bearded dwarves that are smashing red-hot steel onto anvils, carrying suits of chainmail and scale mail and shields and freshly forged weapons and stacking them up on walls using mighty blows from their hammers. And there is one big horn-helmed Duergar with a massive white braided beard. He's hulking in size, and he's got a whip in his hand. Seeing him like going around inspecting everything.
I understand Dwarvish.
He's actually speaking in Undercommon.
Oh!
I understand that.
Get your work on quicker. We have shipments we need to fulfill. No slacking, lest ye be forsaken by Muradin. He is watching us. Swing your hammer, just like he's watching you specifically.
And he notices you guys standing out the front, and he like gazes over to you all.
I wave.
And he just keeps like yelling out orders and doesn't pay much more heed than that. You see like this ramp leading like all the way up to the 4th level, and the actual building just looms like almost 100 feet overhead, cutting through like these stone walkways that are connecting like large columns of rocks above you.
You know, I'm going to throw out the idea that while, yes, Druregar in general are the best people to interact with, the ones who may have procured the item we are looking for came as traders, not necessarily smiths or artisans, and could be located elsewhere.
Alright, suddenly the taskmaster is like grabbing a Duergar and like pushes him out onto the street, and then like grabs a Duergar's arm and grabs a hammer, puts the Duergar's hand on the anvil and just smashes it with the hammer. The Duergar just yells, "Ah!" And he grabs the Duergar's arm, sticks it in the forge, like melts off his fingers. "Ah!" And then there's like a bucket of water, and then he grabs the Duergar's arm and sticks it in the water, and then just throws the Duergar to the ground. "That is how you forge!" He yells like in Undercommon really loudly, and then just looks at all of you and holds up his hands. and speaks in common.
Ah! Welcome to Thaglar's Foundry! After some weapons or armor, I have it all! Finest quality!
The Duergar is just rolling around in pain. Tears streaming from his eyes. Ah! Screaming.
Good friend, we can hear you just fine. You don't have to talk so loudly.
Do I need to speak in the common tongue? Do any of you know Undercommon?
No, but how about
I know Undercommon.
It's not my favorite tongue, this common.
And he sort of always throws his hands out as he's talking.
Although I must learn it for the likes of you to get more sales.
Do you got a hand for that guy whose hand you just took? I think it's balance.
Oh, him, don't worry about it. He just slipped a little bit. It'll heal over.
Just slipped a little bit. What the fuck?
Alright, fair enough.
I say in Undercommon, you seem to be able to give great speeches about Morden.
Ah, yes. Everyone knows he favors the underdwarfs more than the surface dwellers. Are you after some weapons or armor?
Well,
What would it cost for a suit of half plate?
Oh, our prices are fair.
And it's the price you would expect. 750 GP.
Actually, I have something here that you might be interested in to buy if you would like to see. And I pull out one of the iron ingots that I still have in the bag of holding.
We've had that.
Yes, iron.
We've got too much of that already. But if you're willing to part for it for a cheap price, I won't say no.
Well, I have 120 bars in here, ingots that is. How about half a gold apiece?
Ha 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 ha. I'll give you 5 platinum. For the lot.
Take it. Just take it.
That's actually a very good deal. I will do that.
I give you 5 of these foreign-looking coins that have a little skull printed on the back of them.
But they're definitely platinum, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gives you like 5 platinum pieces.
Cool. I don't feel like doing the math to see if it's actually a good deal or not, but I'm pretty sure it is. And it gets 120 pounds out of the bag of holding.
Do you have any other fine metals? Or I want to purchase some weapons or armor?
Swings his arms around.
Get back to work!
The other Duergar stops whining and gets back to work.
I have a question for you.
Huh?
Do you know of a group of Duergar traders that traveled the Undermountain?
Is that a yes?
Do I know a group of Duergar traders in Undermountain? Hey! Hey guys! She's asking me if I know Durgar traders in Undermountain.
And these other Durgar come running and sort of look and shrug their shoulders.
Get back to work! Of course I do! I know dozens of them! I'm a Durgar trader in Undermountain myself! I've gone crazy! My prices are slashed!
Well, how about a more specific question then? Any of your Durgar brethren, have they traveled to the Legion of Azrok lately to trade?
I'm sure they have!
Do you know of any close by that have done that?
I'm sure there are many. Do you have a particular interest in a certain clan, perhaps?
Well, possibly. Trying to think of a better way to word this question.
You see, like, enlarged Durgar just lifting massive sacks of armor, shifting them around.
Well, are there any prominent clans around here other than yours? That is.
He points his hand over to the north of the cave.
There are 3 exits north of here, and they all lead into the Underdark. Do you know how many Durgar come through these holes to trade with the mighty Thagor? The kind?
I imagine quite a few.
Without a clan name, I couldn't tell you one from another.
That is fair.
To be more specific, who would have traded with the hobgoblins recently? Within the last, say, 3 to 4.
So what was that?
Who would have traded with the hobgoblins? The band of
Oh, you mean coming from Azrok's? Well, the last Durgar band? They was called Clan I. Is that something? You want to trade with them?
It's possible.
Come on, you can tell me. You can't keep a good truth from me. You ain't no Doomathoid now.
Oh, to be fair, as it's more, they have something we want, and we want to buy it from them.
Well, you ain't gonna find them here. Headed off deeper into Undermountain, they did.
Ah. That's too bad. Well, do you know to what level they may have went?
He shrugged his shoulders.
Don't know and don't care. Now, can I interest you in some adamantine weapons? A nice axe to split someone's skull? Perhaps a helm to protect your own? Or some gauntlets. You never know when someone's gonna bash your hand in. Over now.
Do you have any adamantian shields that would prevent critical hits?
I can forge you a fine set of adamantine armor if you want. Price will be 2,000 gold.
No, that's really, it chafes when I wear it. Just shields. Otherwise, I like to go free.
We don't stock adamantine shields, but I can forge you one. I don't think it'll prevent this critical hit that you speak of.
Well, then why would I want that? Never mind then.
Have you happened to have seen a human man possibly traveling with 2 bugbears that might have been interested in your armor?
Yes. I do recall. Tried to see if the forge was working by sticking his hand in it.
That probably was him.
That tracks.
Yes. I believe he went for a drink with a couple of associates over on the other side of town. The Black Tankard, finest tavern that Skullport has to offer. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, one or two more things, good sir. One, we're also looking for a tavern called the Flagon and Dragon here in Skullport.
Didn't take you one to like drinking piss, but I'm not one to judge. Flagon and Dragon,
Right.
It's just down the ways a little bit there.
And he points sort of to the southwest, sort of like with this almost reluctant hand gesture, or like a dismissive gesture.
Go and drink your fancy little mead there, boy. Now, I've got to get going. Ah! Hey, you! What are you doing?
He enlarges and runs back in.
Cass, did you buy your armor?
No, I did not.
If you want to use, I mean, we have enough gold for that in the party loot. If you want to do that, I mean, if everybody is okay with doing that, taking the 750 out of the party loot. I mean, it's gonna help Cass out. So.
That's fine.
I think I'll be fine for now. I'm sure we'll come across some at some point. Thank you, though.
Okay, well, the party loot's there to use. So.
Can I use that for beer?
No.
How about ale?
oh, Brew. No.
So glad you guys resurrected me. Proud of
it would all be gone. All too quickly. Alright, well, if we can just pop into the Flagon and Dragon just for a short time, I need to speak with someone there, and then we could go off to the Black Tankard and maybe catch Pavel.
Wow, perfect.
You just look out to see this endless, sprawling street and buildings and catwalks, fishing nets, and sails. You see a couple of people moving here and there around the upper streets. The city expands well overhead, twice more. And you start to sort of really take in the enormity of this place. Again, most of these buildings here, well, every single one that you see in this area is abandoned.
As I continue southwest, I will keep my eye out for like a sign.
You do see a sign over in this direction. It's called the Sword and Sextant. And the windows are curtained, but then a tiny little head pops out through one of the curtains, beyond the window, and then it quickly disappears. and the door quickly opens, and a little halfling runs out. Hey, you! You see a male halfling jumping up and down, no more than 3.5 feet tall, braided hair, and he's got a piece of parchment in his hand. Hey! Friends! Come! I've got what you're looking for! Shopping? Come! What do you want? Name's Will!
Well, hello, Will. What sort of things do you sell?
Everything! Come! What do you want? I've got it for you, please! Please come, please! Please come! I need business.
Have a shrubbery?
Shrubberies, yes, I'm sure. I'll find one. I'll make one. Whatever you need. I'll go and pick it. Come on, come in. This is my sister, Olinda. Present to you, Olinda. Hello there, I'm Olinda. And another halfling. And you head into this modest shop. You can see charts and maps all over the walls. There are rows of tables with maps that are half drawn, scroll tubes lining the walls. Ta-da! Alinda, do we have a shrubbery? No, we don't! No shrubbery! You want a map? We got maps! What do you want to buy? We buy and sell maps! We've got all the maps that you could ever want!
You have a map of Skullport?
I have a map! Do we have a map of Skullport? No, we don't! No map of Skullport!
How about the Willowwood?
Map of Willowwood? No, we don't have that. No map of Willowwood. But
What do you have?
my dear,
maps of?
come here. And he jumps up and like tries to take your hand. This is a fine map of a distant land called Narnia. Perhaps you'll travel there and procure vast riches. And it's just like this weird scribble on the map. What do you think? A low price, 150 gold. Just for today only. It's a good price.
No, thank you. I really was only looking for a shrubbery or the maps of the two places I mentioned.
I'll draw you a map of a shrubbery. We can make them to order. Custom maps. What do you want?
A map of
We also buy maps.
Skullport.
Do you have any maps? We'll buy it.
Scamp is gonna just back up because
That's what
she's
they
not
need, maps
used to
of
talking this
Undermountain.
much.
Come on, don't be shy. Wait, why are you walking
How
out? The maps are
How
this way.
much? How much for a map?
The maps are this way. I don't know. What do you got? Please, we're desperate. Buy something.
Bats her hand down and says, "No, do not buy a match from these people. They are charlatans and they do not know what they sell."
We know what we say. We're not charlatans. Well, perhaps you can sell us some maps. Do you have a map? Any map?
I don't believe that we do, sir.
Well, get some
Sorry.
and come back and sell it to us. Come back and sell it
Alright,
to
well,
us.
If we find any maps that we don't need, then we'll. Yes, then we'll definitely remember you. Will and
Olinda. Will and Olinda.
Will and Orlinda. We
Come
will
back
remember
soon.
you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yes, of course.
Spread the word.
Lots of
Scamp
words
is just
spread.
gonna leave 2 gold pieces
Oh.
with them because she feels bad. They seem desperate.
He picks up the gold piece and his eyes light up. We made a sale! Look! Finally! Someone bought it! And he starts running around on the table.
Okay, goodbye now.
Someone, please. I'm lost. I don't know where everybody.
Yeah, ping over here.
So,
I'm guessing that this is. Oh, I guess it's not a dead end, but at the same time.
You see, just more abandoned buildings over this way.
Will, before I go, the Flagon and Dragon, which way?
It's west, that way. About 7 or so buildings to the west.
Alright, thank you.
As you guys are standing here, a flame skull floats down from a level above.
Is everything in order here?
It speaks in common, sort of just moving its hinged jaw.
It is.
Brew was about to litter, but he stops.
Everything is in order.
No loitering. Move on.
Of course, of course.
Oh.
Do you know where the Flagon Skull Inn is?
It just keeps hovering away, ignoring your question.
We'll just move in a westerly
We
direction
would loiter if we knew where in the world we were going.
and find it. Will
That's a
seem to
good
believe
point.
that it was a few buildings over to the west. So
Why are we looking for the Flagon Tavern?
there's someone there that I need to speak with.
Up ahead, there is a rat man standing on the street.
Just a rat man.
It's the rat man and 3 Durgar.
Oh,
Welcome to the Dark Harvest Market. Looking for food, friends? Some roasted dark mantle, perhaps? What about some freshly picked ripple bark? Fair prices.
And you just see a little market set up here with some meats laid out on tables. There's a fire roasting. Smells smoke wafting through the air, and a few Durgar just cutting up some meat or skewering other raw meats.
would I know what a dark mantle is?
Yeah. A creature of the Underdark. Likes to jump on people. You saw one on the door of... You may have heard of it by now, I'd say. It's like a umbrella type creature. Manta ray thing that like drops on you.
Yep. Pretends
How
to be
much?
stalactites.
Yeah.
How much for the ripple bark?
Low prices. 5 silver for 1 skewer.
Can I get 6?
Of course, excellent. 6 triple bark skewers.
Coming right up.
3 gold, right?
Yeah.
Only gold. No silver.
And he holds out these scaly little hands with tiny little fingernails. Fur
I'll give
coming
him
off
the
of
3
his
gold.
hands. Chatters his 2 buck teeth together.
Thank you.
And he wiggles his tail around as he takes it. And then
I'm gonna give a skewer to everybody in the party.
walks off and
Oh,
drops the coins in a little coffer.
thank you, Scamp.
Oh, thank you.
Meaty.
You just made a rat friend.
Lovely.
Does it how does it taste?
Tastes like meat. Tastes like some sort of meat, like beef.
Meat.
That's not bad then. Excuse me, friend. Could you point us to the Flagon and Dragon?
Ah, yes. West. Just over there. You can see it from here.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
You see another were-rat scampering down the street, sort of. They seem to be going to and fro from a fire, taking like gauze of smoked meats. You head through these impossibly narrow alleyways, and it's a dead end here. You see an abandoned building.
Shit.
Back
Sort of
around.
one of the buildings
other
is basically built into a column of rock.
Maybe we gotta go back. Damn. Ah, this place. I'll talk
This
to Clary
way.
and whatnot.
Thank you.
Got any more of that meat?
Yes, friend, of course. Perhaps you're after something a little bit special.
To be that guy again. Sing it, please. I'm lost.
Well, meat is meat.
Ah, yes, I like you. Meat is meat. Yes. Perhaps you want some trilmac, raised and boiled.
Well, I don't know what that is, but I could probably eat it.
Oh, you can eat it. Or you could use it to make a boat. It's sort of like bread.
It's a mushroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I do like water vessels. Now that you mention it.
Ah, yes, Chomac. 1 gold. Pay up front. No silver.
Sure, I give you a gold.
I gives you this like baguette looking thing.
Here you go.
All right.
It's like
Does
feels like leather. And this is hard
Does
as
it-
leather too.
Does it look like it
Do
would
we
be,
know
would be better suited to eating or
Yeah,
using
you
as a
think this is-
flotation
I
device?
think this is probably better suited to eating.
Okay, I'll eat it.
You eat it
Yeah,
as
would we
like
know?
stale bread basically.
Brew, if you don't like the taste of that, just whatever you want it to taste like, I can help you out.
This is the flagon and dragon.
Ah, fine.
Would we have a general idea that bear rats obviously have a natural aversion to silver?
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
There's a wood and stone tavern here. It's a single story and it looks like it's being well maintained. The doorways to the south.
Of course, I was going in the wrong spot for the door.
And you just head into
Hello?
this nice little bar. You can see some round tables, a bar, a storage room, spirits lining the wall behind the bar, as well as a few taps, kegs of ale. And there is a female half-drow tending the bar. Welcome. Come in, come in. Welcome to the Flagon and Dragon. Name's
Hello.
Kalal Gladani. What's your poison?
Oh, well, what do you suggest?
Well, if you're after a nice sherry, we've got amberjack, 8 silver per glass. Or if you're after something that'll put a bit of a spring in your step and a punch in your gut, we've got goat's head ale, 4 silver per flagon. And if you're looking to celebrate a special occasion, we got a few rare spirits behind the bar too.
Well, what do you guys think? Think we should splurge on some rare spirits for the joyous occasion of getting Brew back?
Well, now's the time. You guys are such a good crew. I appreciate not being dead and all.
To be fair, I would not be able to endure this as well as I have had you not been.
Well, you're a good pal too.
Well, if are we all Scamp, will you be drinking as well?
Yes, I could use a drink after the past few days.
All right, that's very understandable. Well, Kalal, we will need 6 of the rare spirits that I believe you said.
Oh, certainly. This is a special occasion then. Well,
Yes, it is.
make a persuasion check, Roland.
Oh, what a shitty roll.
Oh, that'll be 12 gold pieces.
12.
Certainly.
I'll give her the 12.
A flame skull appears at the door, Like gazes in at you, his eyes burning as he is burning.
No drinking and flying.
All right, can do.
You know, you guys, this is the first time we've had a break since we left the surface. Let's do it upright. And I look to the hostess here, and I'm like, how much for the bottle?
Oh, hell. Oh, I can do that for you for 100 gold coins.
Done.
Wow. I think I'll have to help myself to one too. Business has been sour of late.
Pull up a glass and join us.
She sits around the table and you guys drink this bottle and make merry. And she's got a couple of things to say about Undermountain.
We are all ears.
A couple of secrets.
And lips for drinking. We are all lips for drinking too.
That's it's going to be a 1 secret card for Brew. And 1 secret card for Cass. She tells you something, Cass.
I have a tangled web.
Tangled web.
Brew has all the secret cards.
It's his divine connection. You
I
know,
see.
you'd think he's just a mindless hunk, but he is connected to the divine somehow.
This is going to be
Out of irony.
a shocking revelation. Apparently there are secret temples existing in great number in Undermountain, particularly those of evil gods, not welcomed in the city above. The vile servants of these deities are locked in an endless war for supremacy in the dark dungeon. Loth, the demon queen of spiders, is the fiendish mastermind behind many of these bloody conflicts.
So yeah, Brew totally makes the most of, like, you know how, you know, like when people know stuff that everybody knows. He's totally like, hey, did you guys hear this? Did you guys? And also.
You would have thought there are drow temples in Undermountain. And what one did you get, Cass?
Dwarfcraft.
Alrighty. 1. Much of Undermountain was built long ago by the shield dwarves of the Malarkin clan. Dwarves were the masters of stonework and hid many of their rooms behind secret doors. They also dug deep in search of precious metals. These mines were later stripped by the Duragar invaders, leaving a maze of worthless tunnels and caverns for monsters to inhabit. Who would have thought Duragar in Undermountain? That's some really insightful information I hope to have shared with you. Oh.
Yes.
Quite the gatherer
Very
of secrets I am.
I suppose you are.
Everyone make a constitution save if you're drinking. It's pretty strong stuff.
Excellent. Oh, Roland is just out of it. Fuck.
Roland, like, falls off the table. Falls off the seat. And you are drunk.
Nox is just like, Roland, where did you go? What are you doing down?
Scamp, you like go over to help Roland, and then you just like step on the table and snap it in two.
Oh shit.
They're going to try and open.
Good job. That's great. We needed 2 more tables. We needed a second table. Good work.
Like trying to mend the table, but probably missing.
Drunken.
Oh, good lord.
What
Trying to
happened?
mend
when you- Drunk casting. What happens when you drunk cast?
Alright, Scamp, you try to like mend the table, and something goes wrong horribly, and you end up like breaking it into an extra piece.
Oh,
you don't worry about that. I mean, I can buy many of those tables now. That's all fine. Sugar, don't you worry about it. It's
perfectly okay. And you can tell that she's actually pretty drunk too.
And I think Roland was gonna wait, kind of wait to like speak to her privately, but he'll just kind of, before I forget, this, I was told to give this to you, from Three Strings. I don't know if you know who that is.
Three Strings, oh yeah, he helped me out of a pickle a bunch when I was in trouble. He come and saved me, and I can't forget Three Strings.
He gave me this to give to you, and I'll like put the pouch of gold in her hand that Three Strings gave to me before we went in. He said it was for providing shelter and healing a wounded harbor here in Skullport. And thank you for all the help.
Wow, these are fancy coins. Would you look at that? And she pulls out these very fancy looking coins. There's
I've been
5
carrying
of them.
around harbor moons. What the fuck? I had so much money.
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure how much they're worth, but I think you should get one of them for delivering it for me.
I will if you insist.
Nash just looks over and just goes like, of fucking course.
There you go.
Scamp sees it's not a circle. She's like, "Oh, those look like they're broken," and she's gonna try and cast mending on the coins too.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Seb, but harbor moons are worth like 50 gold apiece, right?
Yeah, they're 5,000 nibs.
Yeah, they're worth way more than a platinum piece.
You cast mending on its scamp and it like closes the hole up in it.
Oh, I think it was supposed to have that whole scamp. That's okay.
Oh,
That's okay. That's okay. It just it's more precious metal now, I guess.
Are you one of them fancy hopper people then?
I am.
You guys also get 250 XP each for completing Matrim's quest.
Cool. I am indeed.
You should go and see that dragon man. Felrax, his name is, on the 2nd floor.
Felrax.
Yes. He's one of them harpers. He can do harper stuff with you.
Oh, that's good to know.
Whatever it is y'all do.
You missed some there, Nox. I'm at 2683.
Same.
Oh,
same.
shit.
There's 483 for the mind flare.
I got the 2683 from something. I don't know what all I added up for.
I will default to the higher number, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like Brew's a bit perturbed that people are drunk and he's not, so he attempts to drink enough to fail his constitution save.
Alright, make another constitution save.
I have a glass for you, Brew.
Oh man!
Alright, Brew, you're just drinking and you're not getting drunk.
You gotta remember it's -4 too.
Hey!
And eventually, finally, you get inebriated.
Succumb.
He joins the crowd.
Oh, alright, Kal-El, I'll go talk to Felrax eventually.
Are you gonna stand up at some stage?
Oh, I thought I had. I thought I had. I thought I had stood up.
You get there a lot quicker.
Yep, you're right. You're right. Very right about that. Is there like, does she mean like the 2nd floor of like this building or like a different building?
Oh, no. It's on the other side of town, over to the east, up on the 2nd floor. Big old mansion. Don't think you can get there on the 1st floor.
A mansion?
Oh, thank you all for stopping by the Flagon and Dragon. It's much nicer than that filthy black tankard. Oh, and better spirits too.
I would agree. What about the Black Tankard? There was a man that we may know that might be there. Could you point us in the direction?
Oh yeah, it's just over that way west a bit, walking. It's a piece of shit building, can't miss it.
All right, I think we might be able to find it. Let's follow the smell of bad ale, right?
I'll come back now. Buy some more bottles.
We may do that. All right,
This is a great party. She's a good time. We should come back here.
I could put my arm around Nox's shoulder. You ready to go, friend?
Yes, seeing as and Nox looking around, realizing very quickly he's probably one of the few sober people still there. Like he's, buzzed, but not like dying because I'm not drunk yet, apparently.
Brew is doing full. Oh, sorry.
We should go. Before you give away more money that you had, that you didn't know you had. And just kept cuffed them along.
It wasn't my money to spend, and it was 3 strings, but we got a little bit out of it. Hold up the harbor with no hole in the middle now.
Brew is in full. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Like that drunk mode, he's in full that mode. I love you. I love all you guys. I love you. I love you.
We love you too, Brew.
I love you too.
Thanks for not letting me be dead.
Hello, Mr.
Hi, friends.
Yeah, hello?
Hello.
Can we help you?
Can I help you? Do you need a guide?
I don't know. Cass, do you think we need a guide?
Watch your step, friend, it's slippery. And he sort of grabs your arms, rolling. Don't fall over now. You'll snap your neck. And die instantly.
I look at him very strangely when he says that.
I'm gonna watch him very closely.
Alright, make a perception check.
Shit.
Oh no.
Moonbeam. Is that one of your many guises? One of Dagger's.
I secretly cast Dagger.
Come on. Give her credit, she's drunk. It's fine.
That's your new nickname.
I
We
became
have
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam and Flaming Spear.
So we might ask you to guide us, and then I kind of like brush his hand off. But
Come.
please, no touching.
Of course, no touching. Where are we going? Where do you want to go, friends? Your guide here. I need no payment.
He probably already took it from me. The Black Tankard. Sir?
Yes, Black Tankard, come. I know. Come this way.
And he sort of scurries along the ground, like on his arms and legs, like a dog. His tail behind him. See more abandoned buildings and narrow streets.
Hey, come on!
And he like points some buildings out.
This place used to sell treasure chests called the Sea Chest. Empty now. This way, come. Distillery. This is a distillery, dwarven made. But that's not the Black Tankard. This way.
What happened to everything down here?
Xanathar. Taxing people. People can't pay, people leave. Or people die. This one, pawn shop. Black Tankard, here we are. That'll be 10 gold pieces.
You said no payment needed, so we'll go with the original contract.
I'm sorry.
Sir.
My comment not so good. I mean, many payments needed. Pay me now.
I don't.
I think you should just leave. I mean, I will. You should just leave.
I'll give him 10 gold.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
How do you have so much money when you keep giving your gold away?
I will wait
Because
here.
I started out with 10,000.
I'll take you to the next shop as well. No payment needed.
How in the world did you start with 10,000?
After Dragon Heist campaign.
We sold like an artifact. We traded an artifact for a lot of
We
gold.
got lots of money.
And Nox had to pay a big fine.
Alright,
We do own a tavern.
Oh!
you see this squalid one-story tavern, and it's run down. As you look inside, there are 2 minotaurs. Hulking minotaur standing in the corner, holding great axes in their hands.
Big fellows over there.
They watch you
Hey,
guys
Seth.
like bouncers. Yeah.
For some reason, I can only see the roof of the tavern.
Yeah, there's no... Everything is on the roof here. You're partying on the roof.
Okay.
There's no insides of this map.
Is
We're in
this
our minds. We're in our minds
man?
for the inside.
Look, it's roof deck or nothing. Come on, man. Be with the time.
Alright, that's not all. Up in the mouldering rafters among jumping mice, there is something else floating there. A spectator.
Yep.
Just hovering up and down, eyeballing you all. And finally, standing there is this fat dwarf Durgar.
Welcome to the Black Tankard. Name's Drooling.
And that's where we'll end
Hello.
today's session.
Hello, Droon.
Spits on the bar, wipes it up with a rag, and then uses that same rag to polish a glass and put it on the table. What can I get you?
Classy.
It's a fun session.
Oh, that was fun.
A lot
guys.
happened.
So Scamp has conjure animals prepared, and I'm debating whether drunk Scamp would be so lonely for animal companionship that she'd blow a 3rd level spell.
I mean, only you would know. So
Yeah.
you do you, boo.
Don't get that spell wrong, Scamp, or you might have a very unforgettable experience.
That's true.
Alrighty, guys, thank you all very much, and I will see
Thank
you
you,
guys
Seb.
next week. Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great night.
See ya.